No, the Phoenix Academy is the one with my daughter and her two friends from high school. We started that in eighth grade. I think at the beginning of eighth grade, give or take, somewhere in eighth grade, and then all the way through ninth and tenth, and uh, yeah, through COVID. We haven't had nearly as many sessions. We usually go like when we were really rapid, it was like twice a month, because those were the weekends when Kayla was here, and then it got harder. And we were always face to face. Usually it was a sleepover. Um, it was this whole thing. And then we got doing remote during COVID and stuff like that. But it's been like 30 some odd sessions, so it's still kind of a deal. Um, we did a thing somewhere around, we're in like 30, so we're at like session 30. I think somewhere around session 26, we jumped forward like 6 months. And I just threw it out to them. I'm like, which would you rather do? Like, because the bad guys are coming, like the space fleet, the space armada is coming. Do you? It was not. It was like this. It was like it honestly very much like just think of the movie 300. They were literally sort of the Phoenician army of space. Like it was like this one central governing culture, but they basically pulled in people from all over the place. Um, and I was like, do you want to like have that be the thing that's about to happen, or do we jump 6 months forward and you're an occupied city? And they were like, an occupied city? What now? And they decided to do that. Um, so yeah, that was the thing. And they're just about like the next thing is going after one of the ships in orbit, like the main ship in orbit, because the main guy still hasn't gotten here yet. The Zod XP for is not is not here yet, but his second in command is definitely around and is somebody that one of the characters is tangled with and stuff like that. It's a good it. They're great. They're just great, but they haven't had a chance. We haven't had a chance to um, really dive in and stuff like that. Have I started streaming? I did start streaming. Let me. Hi, internet. We're talking about nothing. Yeah, Gamergate was a mess. It's useful, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it, what happened there? I need to narrow that a little bit somehow. Hang on. My layout. Hello. What? Yeah, we had a. It was a horrible plan that Sean was definitely. No. Oh, oh, oh. We don't have Will yet, and that means that I have to be the one that notices that I'm not getting volume. I'm not getting you guys on my stream. I'm not getting your audio. Say something.
I'm muted. I'm muted.
Oh,
YouTube
something.
now.
Yes, there we go.
1, 2, 3,
Hello.
4.
That's better.
1, 2, 3,
Hello,
4.
hello, hello, hello.
Oh, that's better.
I am the whistler.
Also, if I sound better today, you can thank Frank because I finally hooked up my cloud lifter. So
Right on with the cloud lifter. Yeah. And you remembered to turn phantom power on for the cloud lifter.
right, that's why. Because
Good,
when
good,
I
good,
first
good.
got on, no one could hear me because I was like, oh yeah, I gotta flip that on.
Yep. Right on. Yeah, it'll
just
help
got-
an XM7B a whole bunch.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
so good.
And it's super nice because like before, without it, it was like the only way to get anyone to hear me was to turn it up like almost
Yeah,
all the
you-
way to the point
you-
where you could hear everything that's going on in my house. So
Yeah,
it's a
and
good.
you're getting all the hiss and zero headroom and keep it, because if you ever get another nice dynamic or ribbon mic, it'll come in handy for that too. So
For sure.
yep.
Sweet. All right, I
just-
posted the stream
I just
over in the
saw
thing if you
Funky
guys want to
Dice.
bounce it. I know that we like having not so much for I don't care about the publicity, but I know that it's nice to have people in the stream just kind of doing stuff and commenting. So that's always
I
a trip.
am terrible about that. What you guys just say? Hey, TikTok, I'm doing this thing.
I just drop it on Twitter at this point because
Same.
TikTok
That's
is
fair.
really shitty about like if you make any mention of Twitch or any outside platform that you're on, it just doesn't push the video at all.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
I
I
need
was
to-
on my promotional videos that I do on TikTok?
I think that's why people were saying schmonly schmans.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys
We're-
hear me?
Twitter.
I mean, we're good guys, but we're not going to be streaming on Schmonly fans. As much as I like
We have
watching you.
A very, very, very dialed in niche audience.
Super niche.
Oh,
Foot people have got nothing on us.
Jesus.
oh God.
So-
God
Oh.
it would have to be some sort of thing with like people wearing like can headphones. Like that would have to be.
Right.
Oh my God, there's 5 of them on there. All
What is this
ASMR
screen?
playing.
right. No, we had this thing because we
Never
Hold
use your
on, I like that.
microphone like this. This is very bad. Don't do that.
Andrew
Oh,
was.
kind of-
Oh my
Too
God.
much?
So-
Oh God. Please.
Before
please
Andrew and
stop.
Perry got on, we had this whole theory where Mitzi and Birthright were going to have to go to the tower alone because you guys went in to get burgers, like walked in to get the burgers and just never came back out.
Oh
And
God.
and they were like panicking at the same time they were getting text messages saying, "Where are you? You're late," kind of thing. But we didn't end up having to do that. That's an interesting look.
Sorry, my Funko Pops were jealous of
The attention.
the-
All right.
the other Funko Pops in the background yonder. I'm pointing there because that's where on my screen
That's
the
where Sean is.
wall of Funko Pops is.
That's where Sean is. All right.
Yes.
Now I want to make sure you guys aren't echoing back through my mic or anything back when you guys talk, right?
I am
Alright,
hearing zero
can't hear
echo.
anything.
Okay, cool.
Zero echo.
I'm doing this in a weird way because I'm also going to stream on TikTok just for the hell of it.
Hey,
'Cause
nice.
why not?
Nice. Why not?
But to do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I've got to have the audio coming, your guys' audio coming out through the like system mic, so
I
or
can go
system.
live on TikTok now. Woo.
Yeah, live on TikTok.
Yay!
Live on TikTok.
Right on.
All right, so wait, do you not have lives?
Boom.
None
I-
hit 1,000.
Oh right, yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm an
And also,
idiot with.
Why the fuck aren't more people following you? Because like you're making some good shit.
You really
You're
are.
making some good, solid content.
I'm gonna keep.
like-
I'll keep boosting you until it happens because I have a stupid number of followers.
It happens like that. I literally I made one video that blew up and I went from like 800 followers to like 10,000 in like
Yeah.
3 days. So
My
like it
viral
happens.
video that happened so far was me laughing at the person.
The
calling
tortilla
like a
thing?
kiss. That's the only
Did you
one that blew
delete
up.
that?
I privated it because I got
Why?
I got so overwhelmed with like just all the stuff. I was like, no, I can't.
It's
Yeah.
tough when the spotlight of
It
the
is not-
internet is focused on you.
I have to tell you,
It's-
when the videos blow up, it's not a super fun time, because the the notifications are relentless. I had one early on that blew up. That was my son explaining that fascism and late stage capitalism are basically the same thing, but without money. That
was brilliant.
yeah, it was genius. It was great. Smart kid. But it was literally weeks of every half hour I had like 100 chat comment notifications to clear out or answer or whatever, block, delete. Oh, so many blocks.
I imagine off of that, there's probably so many Trumpers in there like trying to argue with you and stuff.
A lot less now because I started out at the very beginning with a very aggressive, I do not need to change your mind. I am not going to change your mind. I can make sure that I will trouble your dash no longer. So a lot of block, delete, and I call them certain posts when I put them up. I know there's some D&D ones like that too, but there's certain gaming ones and ones that I go up that I know are going to be roach motels. You'll actually see that. Yeah, I hashtag them as you'll see in the bottom hashtag roach motel.
Nice.
That's amazing.
And because I know
so good.
They go in, they never come back out, and those are the ones I watch particularly closely and I still get those. The one about my daughter going to her first, my 7-year-old going to her first Pride thing. I got stuff. I got people to block out of that this morning, and that was 2 months ago. The children.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's great.
I only ever had 2 that did that well, and I still occasionally get likes from it, but
yeah,
I don't seem to attract the. Well, I post so infrequently, but the one thing I've noticed a lot of lately is the random honeypot bots that are only follow a bunch of guys roughly my age, and that's just a real easy don't need to see that.
Yeah.
So
my
I've gotten something similar, but not because we have the same demographics, but
it's an internet thing,
There's a certain amount of care that
trying to monetize Rule 34.
There is a certain amount of care that needs to be taken with that. It is my audience the followers that I have got to have just this weirdest mix because a bunch of people came in on D&D stuff that blew up. The stupid bell joke thing was a bunch. So I've got I think I actually have 7 different small audiences.
So Joyce, it always makes me laugh every time you go live now. Every single time. There's just somebody, so what's up with the bell?
Every time. That's gotten less. But
every single one I've been in, I'm like, did you not watch the video?
It's gotten less, but yeah, there was about a month in there where every time I went live, 5 or 6, actually the first 5 or 6 times, it wasn't
here's what's up with the bell.
it wasn't like a person. Every 5 minutes, a new person would connect and ask, and we had to loop back to that part of the conversation. There were people in the stream who were just keeping a running tally of how many times the question got asked. But I haven't done a lot of lives for a while because my life situation changed to the point where there wasn't as many opportunities to do lives. But there is today. We should talk about that. All right, there we got all. Now listen, let's just assume that was our one really bad tangent for the day.
All right.
Okay.
I will keep.
I'm on task.
If you need me to, I'll get the cat.
Mo, activate the electric fence.
Hold on, I don't have a stick.
I took my ADD meds today. We're good.
Hey, right on, and mine are kicking in.
I'm coffeeed up, so since I'm undiagnosed, that's all I get.
Coffee and scotch.
No, that's a bad combination.
So
No.
Sorry, me again with the tangents. That's 100%.
I won't.
Me.
I won't tangent with the scotch, but I won't do anything else either. All right.
My couch is so comfy.
We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
Will gave us a name for the burger place. Beatdown Burgers? It just came to me. Beatdown Burgers.
Mm-hmm,
I think it was Sean.
So
Sean's muted, so
who's muted?
so
Yeah,
Sean.
no, that was Will's name. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, as well. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
Will.
like, I don't know who said it.
And Will just popped in, so hey, Will. Yeah,
Sweet.
so Will gave us the name of our burger place we're stopping at. So we swing the struggle bus into Beatdown Burgers. Because of the way it has to float, it won't actually go through the 8-foot limit on the drive-through, so you do actually have to go in. because of Sean's horrified look at this, I am actually going to leave you two in the bus while Perry and Revenant go in to get burgers.
I hate you so much.
It's been established that we're the ones who go for food.
Yeah.
It is true.
Which leaves you two like, so Revenant in the bus somewhere, and Clarity sitting in the driver's seat.
You mean Birthright?
Birthright.
Oh, sorry, who did I say? Birthright, damn it. Yeah, so Birthright just in the bus somewhere. Clarity just, and like the occasional ticking sound of the body of the bus settling as it's sitting on the ground. It's not like the ticking engine cooling down. It's just the occasional creaking of the thing sitting on its probably mostly flat tires.
I think Mitzi's probably like curled up in the driver's seat, like just scrolling through her phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. And you guys are just you know that big wide mirror that they give the bus drivers where you can see the whole back of the bus?
Mm-hmm.
You got one of those.
Yeah, I think Mitzi looks up to like see where Birthright is.
So that absolutely means accidental eye contact.
Yeah, so there's that. And then after like a couple after probably like a minute of awkward silence, Birthright like comes up with the bucket of cheese poofs and is just like, truce.
Cheese poof truce. Don't say that fast. The cheese
Yeah,
poof
it's just,
truce.
Mom.
It's on her phone. It's just like, Bruce.
Look, I know I've been a hot mess lately, and I'm trying to figure that out. And I'm really sorry I couldn't make it to your cookout. I really wanted to go, but stuff's been weird, and I've never really been good about processing things. I've usually just kind of shoved them down, but it's getting harder and harder to do that. And the last thing I want is for my inability to cope with things to negatively affect the people around me. So I'm sorry if you felt like that's what's happened.
Thank you. And I am also sorry that I felt like I was pushing you. If you felt like I was pushing you out, which I wasn't, or any, if that's the case, and it's everything's been weird, and then more family stuff's come up, like past the cookout, and that's fine. I wish you were there.
What's
but
going on?
My parents want to move.
Why?
They said if anything, before she does something or something happens, and my buena says like not to worry about it because they think I might get into this, which, but here I am. But
Can I kind of get a read off of her and roll a mundane to pierce the mask?
Absolutely. Mo, you're a little quiet.
hold on, let me just stick the mic in my face.
That's good. You know, sometimes it's about the dial, and sometimes it's just about shoving a mic right in the face.
Yeah, just up the nose.
Yep.
Is there a little less echo on that, Frank?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you can eat that. You can eat the SM7B too safely as well. Just
Ooh.
All right, that's a full hit. What the hell do you want me to do?
Oof.
Yes. All right. Now, just to review for those of you playing along at home, the basic move here, the basic move of Pierce the Mask. When you get a full hit, a 10+, you can ask 3 three. Ooh, three of these questions.
Oh no!
They don't. They give you more questions because you don't get the bonuses that follow along from like assess the situation, but you get more questions. Ask 3. What are you really planning?
Okay.
What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I get influence over you? So there's a bunch.
So, I'm sorry, Mo, for bombarding you with questions, but here's the list. What do you want me to do?
I like how she loosens up.
How could I get you to forgive me? And how could I gain influence over you?
Damn.
I was just gonna do the one. I didn't mean to roll so well. I'm sorry. I just needed the one.
Okay, so what was the first question? What do you need?
You guys
to
are.
What do you?
I'm
what do you want me
calling
to
it
do?
now. You guys aren't even going to make it out of the parking lot for this entire session. It's just going to be the bus scene and like one thing in the burger joint. That's it.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah. What do you need me to do? First thing that's coming to mind is that probably Mitzi wants to be comforted in some sort of way in regards to the situation, not be told that she's a horrible, terrible monster. That's what she assumes she is. Second question. What's the second question?
Would be how can I get your character to?
Yeah,
I originally said forgive me, but I think
Oh.
I think I want to. You already said that it's okay, so I think I want to change that to how can I get your character to like trust me again?
It's okay if that's the same answer as gain influence too. Like you can.
Yeah, and you can. There's a lot of overlap there, so yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Character to trust me. I think with Mitzi, it's just it's not that she doesn't trust Silas. It's more of a he needs to be more vulnerable and let us in. So she can't help him if he won't like let us in to help him for a situation.
Love it.
And there's
And she doesn't want to break the barrier of her going into his mind either. So like she's just like.
And depending on how you want to approach it, this can be the kind of thing where it's like you can give him the straightforward the answer just like you did, or you can say, here's the straightforward answer, and like in game, what Mitzi's saying is like, I just need you to not close me out. Like, is this entire? So this is my question. I'll come back to this in a second. So my question is, the GM is it just something that Silas picks up on and it happens to be correct about, or we're giving the clear message to the player and the message in game is X? Like, does it correlate to anything that you say? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I see what you're saying. There is that meta knowledge, and then also the in-game knowledge that sort of influences
Yeah.
Right. For sure.
that sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, partly because you can say something like, I just need you to not close me out. Like, that's cool, but like, what's the bullet point thing that he has to do? Like, what's the box he has to tick? You went the other way. You gave him the clear box to tick, but how's it expressed in this conversation?
Yeah, so I wanted to get this out of the way so I could actually go back into game and like say that.
Awesome. No, if you want to do it that way, go ahead.
Yeah. I just needed to figure out like exactly this is the point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go with it. Yeah. So jumping back in the game now. Yeah, Mitzi looks at the cheese puffs and like puts them down, and then she just looks at him and takes him by the hand.
That look, listen.
I understand that you're going through a lot, and just know that we're here for you. I'm here for you, and like I know you're so used to holding things back, but you don't have to. Okay?
Okay. I'll try and be better about letting y'all in, and I want you to know that me not being able to open up to you is not because you're scary or a monster or bad at talking to anybody. It's entirely because of things that I'm still working through, but I'm gonna work on it.
Okay. Okay. And she just gives
Okay.
his hand like a little squeeze, and then lets it go.
Fresh start.
Yeah. I think it's it for that scene, honestly.
Yeah. Is
warm
that
and fuzzies. We're good.
is that the did you get the influence, like how do you get influence question answered as well?
so?
I mean, does that? I mean, I think that's kind of just like opening up and
Okay,
and
gotcha.
saying I'm gonna be more vulnerable.
Gotcha. I am also going to point out a couple things here that I think happened, and luckily there's no. In this case, there's no dice rolls, but maybe not this one, but for under birthright for your and I threw it up in the chat. When you share a vulnerability or a weakness with someone, you don't like overtly ask them to confirm or deny that you should be here, but Mitzi absolutely did confirm that you should be there. And you did absolutely share a vulnerability and weakness, so on and so forth, all that kind of stuff. If they confirm it, mark potential and give them influence over you. And I think that absolutely happened with her confirming that you should be there and that everybody's got your back and all that kind of stuff. So I realize I'm really twisting your arm, but mark potential.
All right.
And give Mitzi influence, because I don't think she has influence right now, right?
No, she did not, because
Yeah.
she's cake.
We took each other
Yeah.
away.
So in this case, clarity would mark influence on your sheet that you have it over birthright.
Yep.
I don't know. There is a thing for share a triumph for clarity, that when you share a triumphant celebration, ask them if there's any fear in their eyes when they look at you. If they say no, take blah blah blah. Let me put it this way, Mo. If you feel like that hit that bell with what he was saying about, listen, this isn't because you're a monster. It isn't because you're anything. It's just because this is a me problem, not a you problem. If it hit that, then I think it did. Like if it's reassuring you that you're not a freak.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
sure.
that case, I would. So in that case, you take +1 forward, which is just a floating +1 for whatever you got to roll next.
Right.
And mark potential. You got potential going on all over the place. You guys go in for burgers, they come back.
Yeah.
They come back all glowing with extra XP. Like, what happened in here? Why's everybody got potential?
A healthy glow about you. What did we miss?
No, but only Perry notices that, because Perry gets the meta knowledge.
I'm smelling a lot of potential in here. What happened?
I've literally got like mustard just dripping down one side. I'm just like, what?
And you notice that Perry has just armloads of extra fries because he wants to make a good impression with the exemplars.
Right.
And that's gonna do it. That's how he got
I
there.
mean, Columbus took a chance.
Yeah, I'm coming back with milkshakes for everybody too.
Hell
Apparently,
yeah, you are.
I am just giving everybody sugar is what I do to comfort
Yeah.
people.
Sugar,
You're like I
grease,
can't.
fat, salt,
Feed 'em.
all that.
You know,
good stuff.
that works.
I don't words. Here's food.
Yep.
I don't words.
Here's food.
Yeah. I can't words. Here's food. I'll do you one
I
better.
think birthright's
Why is food?
I think birthright's the one who is I don't words, but
Yeah.
It also doesn't do anything else.
There's a lot of stumbling blocks to communication in general in this group.
well,
I mean, we're teenagers, and we have
Yeah.
our
It's
own
true.
issues.
It's true.
If in case I forget, shout out to Silas Birthright for the remarkably articulate apology and explanation.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was really good. Really good.
I was rehearsing it.
Oh,
yeah?
I was like, what would I do in this situation? Or no, not what I would. What would 17-year-old trash me do in this situation?
Well, and
You're on track.
yeah, I'll stroke your ego more on that later. But yeah, it's
my answer would be like,
I really enjoyed that.
my question would be amended. Like, what would 17-year-old trash me do in this situation? Then do the opposite.
Right.
because. Ugh. All right.
I know this doesn't matter, but I'm coming back with. I have shakes for everybody, but I have a peanut butter fudge shake for Mitzi. I have a strawberry cheesecake shake for Birthright. And
Dude.
I got Harry a vanilla lemonade shake.
That
sounds amazing.
it tracks pretty well too.
Which one did you get for yourself, though?
Huh? I've got like 4.
Yeah, okay,
I love
can't
that
decide.
Perry is plain but a little bit sour.
Actually, so there's a place I went to, I can't remember what it was called, but they did a vanilla lemonade milkshake. And it
Sounds
was
amazing.
honestly one of the best milkshakes I've ever had in my entire life.
I'm just like, how do they get the lemon and the dairy in the same mixture? That's what's baffling me. That's yeah.
Oh, I have no idea, but it was amazing.
Every time I try that, I get cottage cheese.
It feels like it would be sorbet-ish
Yeah, maybe.
or something. All right, I'm looking for one
was
thing here. If
tasty.
I can't find it, I'm just gonna give up. But I had a thing I wanted here. Nope. 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 I don't think I'm gonna find the thing I want. That's okay. All right.
Okay, no Tarasked today, guys.
So there's a couple of you got a couple of minutes here just in the parking lot because Mitzi's not gonna snarf food and drive.
I mean, she could like levitate fries to her mouth, like.
I kind of like that.
I feel like you're really good, but Perry's just gonna like point out distractions and quote some stats on, how, the reason they don't want you to talk on a cell phone is because the other person isn't aware. It's not that, yes, you could multitask. You talk to other people in the car all the time. The people that are in the car with you are aware of the situation around you and can shut up when things get hairy, and somebody on a cell phone won't. It's just like that with you and the fries. If you're levitating the fries don't care what's going on. They're just trying to get down your gullet. That is a fry's reason to exist.
Why
It's
are
like
you giving
grass
fries like
grows
sentience?
to be walked on.
Why? Yeah. Why are you
think-
making?
do
Why?
think
Why are you?
think
Why are you
a
giving the?
potato loses its sentience just because it took a bath in some hot grease and had a nice, like
Why are you giving?
Why do I always walk in on the middle of these?
Why?
Oh,
I have no context.
Why do you give the? Why do you give
He's
the
doing
fries an
Perry's, though.
opinion on this? It's creepy.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not so much the fries as it's me worrying about you staying in a lane. I like not metaphorically staying in the lane because you clearly have all the lanes. I mean the bus physically.
What
You
is
know what?
happening?
I'll feed you
I
the
don't think he
fries.
knows.
Just
You do not
concentrate on
feed
driving.
fries, Perry.
I'll give you the
I just won't eat the
cheeseburger
fries,
wrap.
okay? Like, it's fine.
I don't think he actually knows what's happening.
So yeah, you walked away, and they were like, "Oh, Missy's just gonna like levitate the fries to her face as like they're driving," and then they're talking about like eating fries.
just because I think this is going to be funny. Bill has stolen one of your fries and is sitting in your lap nomming on it. Like he can't actually eat it. It's just he's just tasting it. He's
That's
just
fine.
chilling in your lap, meowing, purring.
Oh, oh baby.
Randomly petting.
There's this cuttlefish like that's helping me drive. Like he'll get on the steering wheel later. Just,
I
like,
think at this point in time they're officially cuddlefish, like with D's instead of T's. They're just the cuddlefish. I like cuddling with them.
Be right back. Be right back.
Okay.
I had a move that I really wanted to use here, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't get to do it. Don't get to do it. Can't
Which
find
was
it.
I could probably find it for you.
It's not a regular one. It's in from one of the source books or something like that. And it's a it doesn't matter. We'll get back to beat down burgers at
Okay.
some other point, and we'll use it then. It's all good. We don't
You're
need.
telling me there's a move for burgers?
What's that? No,
You're
there's
telling me
no.
there's a move for
There
burgers?
isn't a move for burgers. There is a move for running into a retired supervillain who has dirt on the heroes that you're about to meet.
Oh man, disappointing. Oh well.
Right?
It's been so good.
I thought it was like, well, this is going to be hard to find. It's right there, but I'm not. I'm gonna try one other place while Perry's doing his thing. And
So,
see.
Sean, my
What's up?
goal is to find a deep sea creature that you bond with. That's
I'm big on.
That's a weirdly
I feel
niche.
like I feel like Birthright has heavy anglerfish energy. Like I get it. Like you're a little weird looking, but this thing's cool. And like
you realize that now I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
we shall call her Ariel.
I like it.
There's some moves in here that I cannot wait. I just want to point out that I have a move called Down at the Mall. I'm just saying, it exists.
We'll have a shopping episode one day.
Yeah.
You gotta have the anime beach episode.
Wait, did
Yeah.
I find it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the one I'm gonna uncork when Wrecker and Birthright go out on the town for the night.
Wait,
We'll save
wait,
that
when
one.
we what?
Yeah.
What?
We'll just
Wait,
save
what?
we'll save that one for
Wait a
later.
minute. Chill out.
Sorry. Oh, was my mic
Slow
live?
down.
I'm
Joyce, you are
scared.
the
I thought
Joyce, you are the
I
you
thought
are the
that was up.
troll under the bridge of my life.
Look, you just gave him tools to work with. Like, oh, here, let's
Yeah,
have an
I was like-
axe. You allowed him to have this power.
It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
What did I
As
miss?
good as the fire.
Just,
Is
Joyce.
that-
Sean
yeah,
keeps
yeah.
shipping me these 50 packs of Nerf bullets and gets annoyed when I point the gun at him after I've loaded it up.
It's true.
I mean,
It's entirely my fault.
I mean, kind of. I am innocent of all but malice.
that's the best line. I love that.
All right. Right. So let's. You're driving. Fries. Perry's trying to be cool, but at the same time, totally like
Oh, not.
so not cool about the Mitzi's driving choices.
And then Perry's like, let me just feed you. And Mitzi's like, no, it's fine. I didn't want to eat the fries.
Do you want me to
Don't make
drive?
it weird.
Can I drive? Can I feed you? Can I just feed you? I'll hand them to you, so you don't have to. I'll hand them. I'm not gonna feed you. I will just hand them to your mouth.
Oh my god.
No.
And I killed Sean again. All right.
Yeah, Sean's just like, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out. I am.
He's
out.
like, so all the way to the back of the bus, like, no.
So I'm gonna pull out here. I switched over the Roll20 for those of you who are trying to studiously avoid Roll20. I will point out that I did switch the map over the Roll20.
Ooh, okay. I like that arbor.
What's that?
I like it. It's nice.
Yeah, we're out by the water, and the Exemplar Tower, the weird-looking Exemplar Tower.
This reminds me of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I can't remember which one this is. The only difference here is that there's actually sort of two of them. But it's close enough for visually
God.
generating the idea.
I just scrolled down and I saw the second image.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff down below. We'll worry about that later. That's just me holding stuff into the I got stuff in my GM bucket down there.
And that's why I don't look at that.
So you're it's practically almost like airport traffic control as you pull up, like you're pulling up to like the little security thing. There's like a parking garage. Word was come to the parking garage. You pull up there and it's like, yes, you are cleared for entrance into the parking garage. Please descend to sub-level 3. You'll have parking spot 53. and we'll have someone waiting for there to walk you into the tower the rest of the way. Thanks very much for coming.
Mitzi's, by the way, still in full uniform. She's not
Yeah.
taking anything off. Yeah.
Are you guys officially, like, if the news talks about you, are you guys officially the struggle bus?
Oh,
And we have a team name. I've been wanting like us to have a team name.
we need a
this
team
whole
name.
time.
I feel like the Exemplars would have assigned us one by now. Because
Well,
of
no,
their
it wouldn't be.
PR and stuff.
It wouldn't be the Exemplars. If it got assigned to you, it'd be assigned by like Aegis, because they're sort of the shield / the bureaucracy of the whole thing. But if you guys have picked one,
I don't think we picked one.
who should we?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, then I got to do this. We'll be have someone to meet you. Welcome to Exemplars. Sorry, I don't have a registration here. What is the group name that you are visiting the tower under?
Trash Goblins.
What?
Did you say Trash Goblins?
What
Trash Goblins.
What?
I heard crotch goblins.
No, it's definitely not that.
I was like, what is happening? I'm gonna I don't know that I've ever done this in my life as Caleb, but Caleb's gonna look over and literally just say out loud, "Did you just say crotch goblins?" to Bertha.
Not
We're
even
definitely
a
not
little
the crotch. We're definitely not the crotch goblins, sir. No, we.
I don't know, man.
See, I'm a wrestling fan,
And
so my first
problem-
I'm thinking of like wrestling stables, but go ahead.
What's happening in Perry's head right now is that all of the different team names in all of the various timelines that this group has existed under are flipping like his head like a Rolodex flip animation, and I can't stop the mental Rolodex to pick the name that is correct for this timeline because they're all just like. So it's the system is down.
We're just gonna go with. There's like this dead silence on the comms at the gate to the thing, and you guys kind of like. We'll just go with TBD for now. Don't worry. Come on in.
Yes.
Sub level
Perfect.
3.
Taken
Thank you.
bear of business.
To be determined.
Right.
Of course.
Got it.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Of course I knew that.
And Mitzi's, because she's in the driver, she's just gonna take whatever they're handing, the ticket or whatever, and just.
Sure. Yeah, they spit out the little thing.
Being badass dudes.
The Exemplars.
Oh my god.
The Super
I'm sorry.
7.
I hated it as soon as I said it.
Yeah. Wow. I hated it, I think, before you said it. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. All right. So you're in the garage. Like actually standing annoyingly in the parking slot and then getting out of the way once the headlights hit him. Wrecker's there. Where's Wrecker?
Can I say something before we land?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna see like Wrecker out there and be like, okay, Silas, what's the plan?
Wait, do you guys? I mean, do you guys know the stuff? I know that Mitzi kind of knows, but does everybody know?
I just know like that stuff is weird. Like, cause this you disappeared after we met this person. So I'm like, okay.
I don't know what anybody knows except you guys
Mitzi
clearly
doesn't
had
know.
some kind of history. The type of history I think is definitely unclear, but you guys definitely have some kind of history.
Do we want to? I mean, I feel like Birthright probably would have had this conversation before this moment. Do we want to like flash back to the bus ride and have like that conversation?
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So basically, what he would have said is like, okay, so here's the deal with Homewrecker is that we were an item for a little while, and he ended up helping a supervillain, and they settled on the fact that it was coercion. There was some mind control stuff going on. He served some time, and then got out on probation. While he was serving, I didn't really go visit him, and I told myself that I didn't because he was a villain. He helped a villain. But really, what it came down to is that I wasn't really ready to take on that emotional load. And so, in fairness, it was partially me too. So, that being said, I don't have anything against him, but also it might get a little awkward just to prepare you for that.
Yes, because nothing that we've ever done has ever been awkward.
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of roll with the punches at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right.
I think Mitzi's just really quiet, like just driving, because she doesn't have anything to say, nor does she really need to say.
Very
anything.
awkward.
Yeah.
Little awkward, little fair awkwardness.
All right, Birthright. So, I'm following your lead in this tower place. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what's happening. I'm very lost.
Y'all, I'm willing to take the brunt of this because they already don't like me as it is, and I don't want to tarnish what y'all got going on. So I will.
I appreciate your willingness to jump on the grenade. Thank you. This isn't completely on you.
Yeah.
Also, I want to make sure that it's not completely on you
Yes.
for
And
multiple
also,
reasons.
you're not alone because this is still
You
connected.
have. Oh, right.
Ah.
I apologize for what I've been thinking about.
It's only, like I said, Perry, once again, you have to click in to use it. I can't.
Oh,
like,
thank God.
It isn't
Oh,
just
boy.
random static, because that would be,
Oh, God.
that's a lot.
Sorry, my mind went places.
I
I'm
know
really
it does.
glad
That's
you
why
didn't
I
have to
put
see
it
that.
to how it is.
I cannot
Thank
recommend
you.
enough
I trust Tock.
the first season of Young Justice for when with everybody
so
getting
good.
used to the the psychic link.
Yep.
You know,
I just
look
finished
at
season
like
3
it's
and it's so good.
when Artemis is like, look at that boy. You know, everyone can hear you. Oh, I know. You know, it's good stuff.
So funny.
All right. So, yeah, you guys pull in, like, so Wrecker's kind of there in the parking spot as you're, like, kind of turning in, like, kind of moves out of the way, and he's like, he's got his, it's like, yeah. He backs out of the slot a little bit. He's like, as soon as you kind of pull in all the way, he sort of wraps on the side. I don't know what he thinks that's actually signaling. You pretty much know that you pulled into the spot or whatever. No, I will. I will ask. I said I would ask. I'll ask. I will let you know. You don't just hang on. Do any of you have any food allergies? Shellfish,
Yeah,
peanuts, any of that? Bread? Who's allergic to bread? Who would be
No
allergic
shellfish.
to?
None of us eat shellfish
No
for,
shellfish.
for ethical reasons, and I can't do dairy.
All right, no shell,
I
no
thought you were drinking whole milk like a week ago.
Well, I mean,
milkshake. He's like
I-
sucking
I
on a
enjoy
milkshake
it.
right now.
I enjoy it. It doesn't mean I should.
I've never met a single lactose intolerant person that takes it seriously.
Well, here's the thing.
Like, if we're being real.
It's just a
I
matter of
don't avoid dairy for me. I avoid dairy for you.
some people, but most people are like, yeah, no, it sucks, but cheese is really good. You know.
This is what I'm saying, and I can't get whole milk where I'm from. We don't. It's not a thing.
That was a hard no on shellfish, right? Seafood. All right,
Hard
no
no.
seafood. We didn't have any. Oh, we had the shrimp thing. Okay, we'll take this. Yeah, no shrimp. So I'm gonna go because they're here and I'm talking to you. Yeah. No. Okay. Great. Yeah. Bye. Hi. I'm leading you guys up. Welcome to the Ivory Tower, or the basement of the Ivory Tower.
Fries?
Yeah. Sure. Ooh.
Um,
Beatdown. Sweet.
Hi, I'm Clarity, and this is, I've actually just spaced the names. Hold on 1 second. This is Fractal and, Revenant.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you were like, you were holding on to the train.
I mean, kinda.
You had the weird octopus thingy going on. I don't remember what you were doing. He's like pointing at Perry. Cool. And he kind of
Oh, I thought you meant me with the right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he extends a fist out to Birthright. It's like, I know my boy here. You gonna leave me hanging?
Yeah, he very awkwardly does that. When has that ever been a thing? I'm just playing with you. It's good to see you again, man.
All right. He doesn't have his hammer with him, so he's kind of like, he's still kind of, nominally speaking, kind of dressed in his outfit, but that's also just kind of how he dresses. So,
Right.
I
pictured a cross between Lil Nas X and Banger's era Miley Cyrus is his style.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. And he probably leans into that pretty hard because it
blend.
He will it blend? He probably leans into that pretty hard because it would drive patrol up a wall.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That's good stuff. Hang on just 1 second.
Hey, do you guys want to take your own elevator up, and we can follow the next one?
Wait, who? Who and who?
You dummy!
Just me by myself
No!
with my ex? That sounds like a terrible idea.
I don't know what you need. I'm trying to be here for you.
I appreciate you asking me what my need. Next time, are we doing? Is this in our
No,
heads?
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna assume this is all happening
Okay,
in
I
your
was about to
heads.
say,
Yeah. Yeah. So all you can see is
do not leave me alone with this man, please.
show me on the
Are you
doll.
guys
Would-
in a psychic link or something? Because I have literally
okay.
never seen 4 people sit in an elevator with a new person and be this quiet on an elevator ride.
No, we're not in a psychic link. What would you see?
Have you ever
when
watched
people are in a
Grey's
psychic
Anatomy?
link?
There's
you-
a lot of awkward elevator rides. It happens.
I don't
See,
mind the
we're-
awkward.
We're
it's
like
just-
we're like twins who have a shared spontaneous language. Just ours is significant looks.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna pull out a headphone that I've been listening to this whole time and just be like, "What?"
Birthright while they're in the elevator. Birthright to Wrecker says, "How's Dad?
How you?
Your dad?"
Oh.
Because he's like a legacy.
Oh right. He's fine. He's fine. We're talking more now, although he just wants to. It's frustrating.
I know how dads are.
But he just wants to ask about the exemplars and stuff like that. He never made the team, and he is acting like I screwed up, and at the same time he's glad that I'm here, or like something. So
Right.
half the time he's mad, and half the time he wants me to like go like pimp for an autograph. I don't know. It's better. It's actually, honestly, for Dad, it's fine. It's fine. Thanks for asking. He's good.
Man, don't beat yourself up about it. Failing up is fine as long as you kick ass when you get there.
I didn't fail in the first place. I just was good at a bad thing. Sort of. I was pretty good at it.
Okay, no, that's a salient point, and I'll redraw my definitions of that and reevaluate my opinion. And I apologize if anything I said.
No, it's fine. No, I'm naturally offended. Just don't worry too much about me, man. I'm good. We're all good.
We good?
Yeah.
We're good.
All right.
Just Mitzi's like in the back of the elevator, sort of like leaning against the railing, just like sort of just watching everything because she has nothing to say.
Wrecker has kind of gleaned the fact that this is a very easy group to push buttons on. With Birthright here, but Perry's always going to say something, so he's kind of just poking to have fun. I'm throwing this little map thing up here because it actually kind of lines up pretty well with the tower, and it gives you a general idea of like the different sort of possible floor layouts you might see. More than anything, if that's helpful at all.
Enhance.
Here, how about that?
Oh,
Boom.
okay.
More bigger?
Enhance.
More bigger is more better?
Hold on, now I gotta make it better for my face. Okay. I need to make glasses.
Giant tower. There we go.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
So yeah, all kinds of stuff. All right, well, Firing squad in 3, 2, bing. Doors open.
Revenant, can I borrow a cigarette?
I don't
They
smoke.
don't smoke.
You just seemed like the most likely guy to have it.
No,
Never mind.
patrol.
I think
He's
you might-
walking
I
out
think
backwards.
you might have
Other
been
thing.
kidding.
No, I mean, no. My nanny made me stop vaping, so I've got nothing for you. I am not your nanny.
Huh.
You are
It's amazing.
here under legal. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Supervision?
No. What is the damn thing? Starts with a P.
Cheers.
Probation?
Probation. Thank you. Jesus.
I don't like that word.
He's not floating.
Probation.
Actually, Wrecker's pretty big. He's not floating, but it's the picture I've got of him right now. I need to grab the other one that Sean put together from his miniature because that's also good.
That one would still be floating, but still.
That one's still floating, yeah. In any case, welcome to Exemplar Tower. Very pleased to have you all here as guests. Hope to have some time to get to know everyone better. We've got some drinks and food, snacks. Hopefully you haven't already eaten because we have quite a spread. And please follow me. There'll be some others coming in to visit as we go. And just thought I get to be the first one to sort of meet and greet. And, come on in. And he's trying to be like easygoing. And actually, as he's saying this, he kind of and like takes off the helmet. I mean, just picture every drawing that anybody's ever done in the comics for like Steve Rogers. Blonde hair, blue eyes, like Midwestern Iowa corn-fed boy, just in a power suit.
You guys feel like the word guest is doing a lot of heavy lifting in his intro?
I really
A
just
little.
kind of, yeah, I really feel like they're trying to ease us in, and I do not like that.
So we get a bit of a camera pan. So he's walking along the hallway here. Trying to think if he would have heard anything. All I have to say, everyone involved got a lot of good press from that train save a few days ago. You all presented publicly very well. People want to hear things about you, and it just seemed to make sense to get a better sense, to get in here and put faces to names and all that kind of thing, so that we could just get to know everybody better. Because it seems like you're one of the up and comers we're going to be have the opportunity, hopefully, to work with on some smaller things going forward, and local, that sort of thing. So
That feels very backhanded.
Well, he's not. I mean, understand the
Yeah.
Exemplars aren't. They deal with international crap. They deal with space
Yeah.
crap. But it's if it's backhanded, it's, well, I guess it's sort of a definition of backhanded. It's unintentional.
Right.
Mostly unintentional. Patrol is the kind of guy who's gonna always want people to remember where the authority lies. For all that he's not exactly like one of the main members of the Exemplars, you could make the argument that he's sort of here only because he's kind of an olive branch between, the Halcyon PD
Right.
and the Exemplars a little bit. So he's kind of a B level, some people would argue on Twitter, C level member of the team. What have you been up to since those hijinks?
Burgers.
Burgers.
Yeah,
Want some
Mitzi's
fries?
very closed off. She's got her arms over her chest, just sort of holding her arm. Just
Yeah.
sort of,
Okay.
going to a window maybe and just probably looking out of it because she doesn't.
No other big adventures. No.
I'm gonna psychically talk to Birthright and just be like, "Do I tell him about the mom aquarium?"
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to tell these people. They're all weird to me.
Yeah, they're all weird to all of us. I imagine that this was just going to be a quick hand slap. I don't like the fact that they're rolling out the red carpet. It gives me bad vibes.
I'm gonna go eat their food. I'll be right back.
You eat all of it, sir.
I'm gonna just walk over to the spread and start.
Well, yeah.
chowing
So
down.
this is kind of like along the hallway kind of a thing, and just he kind of asks if anything's going on, and there's like this moment of like, and then burgers. Oh well, hopefully you didn't fill up. So he kind of comes down the hallway here, and they're coming out in this sort of this bigger, big conference room, except the tables have been moved around a little, like the kind of room where everybody could sit on the big U-shaped kind of table, kind of meeting room thing, except they kind of rearranged it to be like where there's food laid out and that kind of a deal. Big windows on the far wall, kind of a deal. I'm laying this out before you kind of come around the corner. We do get one shot before you guys really come into the room, but we can hear them coming. So we've got the tables, and these are obviously, it's meant to be meeting room tables, and they've got like little heads-up displays, like the virtual screens that'll come up. Like a little thing will pop up out of the table at the various places where people can sit, and it's kind of popped up, and you can have like a little virtual screen projected where people can look at it, whoever's sitting at that particular position, that kind of thing. And you know, you got the tables, you got the windows, and standing with his back to the windows, looking down at the table, we can hear you guys talking in the distance. Transcendent is sort of standing there, and he's looking down at the virtual thing, and he's looking at video of, it looks like the whole train wreck thing. And what we see in the video clip that he's looking at is the shot of Birthright just before he's about to get to the monorail rail and the train, like when he's down on the ground and approaching it. And there's this video, and if the video clip is of him going up onto the rail, and it's a different angle than we saw the first time, and the distances are far. Like the jumps look a little bit like, and just to the regular viewer, what we get is a shot of, as these jumps are happening, we get a shot of Transcendent's eyes going, like just for a second, like he's, and he kind of does this thing in the middle of the thing and rewinds it and replays that Birthright jumps a couple of times, and he's just really examining that playback a couple of times. And as Revenant comes around the corner, just as he's around, he's like, I'm just going to eat everything. I don't care what you guys have got. He does the little swipe thing and swipes the screen away, and suddenly he's just like this, because he's like looking right down the screen, and he swipes. He's like, welcome, Revenant, right? Come on in. We've got everything. And just completely turns on Transcendent. You know, you can almost hear the flashbulbs going off in the background as he does this smile.
Oh my god.
I didn't know what you liked. We didn't get a good chance to talk about this kind of thing, so we just ordered everything. And he's not actually joking. There's like
Standing awkwardly looking for a place to set the French fries down.
And you brought some of your own. You know what? We have burgers and fries right over here, so let's just add to the stash. It's perfect. So it is a mix of like a gourmet spread and literally every fast food place that's remotely popular in town.
Oh god. It reminds me that oh god.
The thing where like he ordered at McDonald's to
Yeah.
It's like that, but more.
Jeez.
Although I will say, notably, there is not Beatdown Burgers, but there is a burger joint.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because
Don't want to support the reformed villain.
I'm going for whatever the equivalent of Kogi barbecue is, because
they've got
Perry
it.
is all about the future fusion.
They've got it.
I'm gonna go find. Oh god, what am I gonna find? I'm gonna
This
go
is all
find.
making me hungry, and I just realized I have chicken nuggets, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Verisimilitude.
find the spiciest like tacos I can find.
And there's a street taco setup where you can build some stuff.
Oh.
And I said, it looks like you all guys have a great attitude for this. I think we're going to be fine, but just in case, and he kind of leans over the table. Free food is available for everyone. Free food in the conference room. Make sure you're dressed. And he kind of winks at you guys.
And I think
Shit.
Mitzi's like goes to the group. She's like, "Oh, the whole. I think we're gonna see everybody now."
Oh.
And I think Mitzi's just grabbing like a thing of like a small plate of fruit because she ate burgers and like a thing.
I'm gonna go put a taco. I'm gonna go hand her a taco.
Oh no, I'm really full.
Oh. Hmm?
She's gonna eat it, but also she's also very full.
I feel like Caleb is the kid who like you never see them not eating and you don't understand how they are not 1,000 pounds because they're literally just constantly shoving food into their mouth.
And he's like a tall, skinny kid too, right?
Yeah. Yep. So like I've got like 8 tacos on my plate and I'm just like
Mitzi just puts the taco back on his plate and like just eats the fruit.
Team
That
Bright.
one's yours.
No,
Eat your taco.
I don't want it. Got fruits.
I'm gonna grab a soda real quick.
Yeah.
So about the time that he's letting his hand off the switch, the woman in the sweatsuit shows up like free food. Oh, I mean, you know how much I can eat.
I'm gonna like just stare at her and just offer a taco. Like
She's there taking. Hi, Silver Streak. Hi, Silver Streak. Oh, soda. Oh, Silver Streak. Oh, not the diet. I have to have calorie intake. Come on, where's the? There we go. Silver Streak. Silver Streak. I already did you. I'm Silver Streak again. You got another taco?
I'm gonna hand her another one. But I imagine as she's running by, like, did the cuttlefish come in with us?
I mean,
No,
if you
please leave
want.
on the bus.
Yes, they did. I want them in with us.
Oh God.
And she like runs by like Ted, and he just like spins like a top in place.
Oh, he's
At some
adorable. You know, he's adorable. That's great. And she's sitting here talking to you, and you're kind of aware of kind of a blurring sensation at the edge of your vision. She has set up like 6 tacos and built them out while she was talking to you. So
When there's a moment, I'm just gonna hand her an entire sweet potato pie with a fork stuck in the top of it. Just calories.
Why, yes. Thank you. They are. They look lovely. This is going to take a little bit of time. I can eat a lot. I don't want to eat too fast because
You might choke.
yeah. I'll be right
He's
back.
very withdrawn. Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee while he's doing that. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
It sounds like a great time to grab a cup of coffee. Enjoy those nuggets. I'll be right back.
Might as well just go to the bathroom while we're waiting.
Bye.
We're taking a break. Give us 5 or 3 maybe.
We're out of soda. I might need to cancel the game.
Oh no, rip.
Just a little panicking. I'm fine.
Oh.
We're not out of soda. There's a lot of like regular soda, but if I drink regular soda at the rate that I drink soda, yeah, no, that would be bad. That would be. I would literally triple my calorie intake per day or something.
Yeah, soda's just. I hardly ever drink soda anymore. So.
I'm bad.
And I can't drink diet just because it just tastes like artificial sugar and it's so nasty to me.
I got you. Well, I think it different kinds of the fake sweetener and stuff will I know give people headaches and stuff like that. So I am lucky. I am not one of those people. But I go through a lot of Coke Zero.
Yeah, so like while like Silver Streak is coming up, I think Mitzi's being meticulous about like not using her powers. Or, like,
Okay.
picking up the food, like she'll actually like pick up the food with her hands and like because she's starting to feel very overwhelmed about this like receiving party.
Yeah.
So she's like backing up like to like a wall.
We were supposed to get scolded. Instead, we're socializing. This is not what I was prepared for.
Can I make like an assess to like see if I notice that she's feeling uncomfortable?
Sure. You absolutely can. I mean, you might notice it anyway. It's a quite well.
Yeah.
Assess might be weird. Hang on.
Yeah, assess is usually about like a situation.
Yeah.
More of a tactical thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can absolutely just say that you notice because you're tuned in or whatever like that. At which point in time,
I think. Okay, so what? Maybe like an audio like thing that the guys hear is that she's like, oh my god, there's so many people. Like just she actually accidentally sends that out to all the guys and like.
So I'm gonna send Bill over.
Has Bill in one arm and like the plate and like just eating her like.
I feel like I'm the emotional support animal for the entire group.
Or so Birthright kind of like walks over to Lilith and says like, "Hey," and kind of like under his breath is like, "Hey, it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna talk for you, and don't worry about it." Okay.
I think.
Okay. Just trying to keep myself calm because I don't. You know what happens, and I don't want that to happen. And
It won't happen. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
I'll keep you down to earth.
Figuratively, not literally.
A little bit of both, actually. Probably should keep her grounded.
I mean, I don't know that any of us could keep her grounded if she really didn't want to be grounded. Did you
Trying to reassure her.
Oh, guys, these tacos are good. Oh,
Yeah. So you're eating, kind of watching all the various activity. Silver Streak and Perry have engaged in a conversation. You're not entirely sure if they've engaged. Well, you're not entirely sure if they've engaged in the same conversation, but they have definitely engaged in the conversation. They are talking to each other
in proximity.
Nominally.
That's a terrifying thought.
Yeah. So Revenant, you're kind of munching on your tacos and stuff, and just trying to keep your mouth full, and you see this other, older guy with the eye patch is peering at Bill. Cephalopod, like a decapod. You've got.
I'm gonna send Ted over to him.
Biologically accurate, but a psychic manifestation. Why?
I want it to meow at him now.
Okay, not biologically accurate entirely then, but so what are you trying to do with this?
Mm-hmm. Aha.
Oh no.
He doesn't even really blink. He's just waiting for the answer.
I don't know. I like them.
Do they?
Cephalopods are like the greatest hunters in the world.
Absolutely. No, I 100% understand that. But are they meant to be a tactical asset? Do they?
Not these ones.
Not these ones. What do they do? Scouts?
They hang out.
Interesting. Just
think of these ones as pets. Hence the meowing.
I'm torn by this because it bothers me that they meow, but at the same time I like a good cat. I like a good cuddlefish. Both good predators. I guess it sort of overlaps.
This one is Ted. That one over there is Bill.
Pop culture reference. Yes, I understood that.
Do you want to see the tactical ones?
No, no, you
probably,
not.
And I think Mitzi
from
said
across
no.
the room. No, no, you do not. All right. He leans in. Yes. Not now, but yes, we've got an open patio, 25th deck. You can show me, but not right now.
Cool.
First, where'd they put all the seafood?
That was my request. You can probably tell why.
Oh, you personified them. That's understandable. You need.
I'm gonna
We'll have a little.
I'm gonna psychically ask Birchright what personify means.
I've got some thoughts, but you know what? We can save that. While they put away the seafood, they're not going to put away the open bar. I'll be back. All right. Nautilus has thoughts.
Love you all so much.
Oh, I
You're
gotta
just
get.
like-
This isn't right because he's probably not.
I just loved that he showed up in his suit. It was like,
I think he was in the middle of. I think he was actually in the middle of doing. I thought long and hard about that because he would absolutely be the guy that would leaning up against the thing. Other people that have sort of drifted in.
Had so much fun making these.
Yeah.
It's
Oya.
scary the amount of dopamine I get from this.
Oya comes in.
I dropped all of those in the folder too.
Yeah. I should get the.
It's like, I mean, don't worry about it now.
I was gonna say, yeah, I will grab them. My drives are being very clunky right now.
Yeah.
Guardian shows up, and actually he shows up like actively putting his suit on, which is weird. Like, not the helmet, but everything else. Like, he's tugging on a gauntlet and like powering it up as he walks in. Hello, I'm Gauntlet. Or Guardian, sorry. I'm
Does
Guardian.
he actually say that? That'd have been great.
Yeah.
Hello,
I'm Gauntlet. I'm Guardian.
Do I
Guardian.
smell alcohol in
That
his
is
breath?
perfect.
Actually,
Maybe he just has diabetes. We don't know.
Oh,
we know.
you sweet summer child.
So he's in there. No, yeah. Well, let's just stick that double up. Yeah, let's just leave that in there. I'm Gauntlet, Guardian, Nautilus. Save me one. I'll be back. He hasn't even said anything. Gives him a little thing with the. And the thing is, he's doing this little finger. That is actually a gun. Like, there's a. One should not operate that.
I feel safe.
I feel
so
like
safe.
Do you feel safe? I'm telling it wrong then.
I feel like certain eras of superheroes, you had to be a functioning alcoholic just to get along, like just to fit in, you know?
That's fair. Yeah, who else have we got here?
So I love
Hecate.
that Oya is-
Hecate sort of shows up. The cat is actually there for a while before anybody else is. So there's this sort of poofy calico that's there for a bit.
Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. You want some loving in those ears? Oh, Jojo's a good boy. What's his name?
His Turf.
The cat's
The
name
cat's
is not
name is
Turf.
Okay, Rowling.
Do you know that this is old school, out of characters. Do you know what the
Yeah.
cat's name actually is?
I do
don't-
not.
Is that a Greek mythology thing?
No. His name is Mr. Grimcuddle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you mentioned that. That his name was Mr. Grimcuddle.
I mean, you can call him whatever you want, but he answers to Mr. Grimcuddle.
I love that is his name. I think we're good there. Nobody sees Hecate arrive because everybody sees Gollum arrive.
In his bathrobe. I
Oh
like
yeah. In this number,
Oh,
I'm
the slippers.
strangely
The slippers were a
reminded of
nice
my
cut.
mom.
when the guy when the 8 foot tall stone dude in the bathrobe shows up, smiling, Everyone's like, what? And he said, get dressed. I was.
I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, Mr. Golem, sir.
Yes, kid. How you
You
doing?
may want to get a longer robe.
No, I'm good.
All right. Just
It's
trying to help
just to
out.
make everybody feel comfortable, but I don't need you to feel super comfortable.
He wants the breeze, Caleb.
I mean,
Caleb-
well, I respect
Caleb
one
knows
for the
a tentacle
breeze.
when he sees one.
I mean, gross. I don't know how else to describe it.
Caleb, you almost made me do a spit take over all of my equipment. That's not cool.
Sorry.
He grabs he grabs like 3 cheeseburgers and just like mushes them a little bit, and then that's his burger. And he kind of doesn't. Go ahead.
Before he takes a bite, I'm gonna be like, hang on, wait. I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna come back with queso, and some of the birria sauce from the tacos. Mix it up, and I'll be like, dip it in that, and then I'm gonna walk away.
All right. He grabs like a liter bottle of soda out of one of the coolers. It looks like this in his hand.
Like
it's just-
Like Andre the Giant.
Yes. Andre the Giant, if he's made out of stone. Yeah. So nobody, they're not like all suddenly lining up and making it's all very informal, extremely informal. They're like, they're getting down names. I'm trying to think of any particular thing. Nautilus is kind of talking more to Revan than anything else, just because he's got something to talk about. So is it all oceanic? These? I'm assuming this is psychic, because I don't have. You're not tracking for any tech. So I'm assuming this is all like sort of a psychic manifestation type of thing. Have you just an aquatic background? Are you from some sunken city or anything?
No.
He says it like it would be a perfectly normal thing, like if that were.
Right.
I'm just gonna go no question mark. Oh.
I mean,
only
no,
had
it's-
these for like 2 months. I know almost nothing about them.
Could you do something that wasn't them, or does it always, like, if you say I want to grab that thing and it's automatically always a tentacle, or could you say I want to grab that thing and it's a big grabby hand, if you wanted it to be?
I gave Birthright Crab Tonfuzz once.
Again, kind
It
of
was
the
very
oceanic
weird.
thing. You're not really seeing where I'm going with this. Like,
I don't know how I do any of this. I just do things and they happen.
you might want to say that. You want to say that a little bit quieter. That kind of thing makes people a little nervous. Yeah. So he's got his little drinky drink, and he's like, I'm just saying, you might. I'm fine with people not really understanding the powers that they wield indiscriminately around the city, but I'm not here that often, and if I miss a shot, it's in the ocean. Nobody really notices. So
Yeah, kiddo.
I'm just saying, either figure it out,
Okay.
or
Noted.
don't tell people that you can't figure it out. That's all
I
I'm saying.
love the idea of the aquatic superhero being like
you
the
can
lax
say this
security
over.
guard. That's amazing.
He's just like, I get it. It's
Like
cool,
no one
kid.
gives a shit about the ocean. I just kind of do what I want.
I'm possibly the smartest person in the room, but I'm working on that by methodically killing my brain cells. I got tired of being the smartest person in the room. Also, apparently nobody really gives a shit that I am, so why worry about it? So that's kind of going on with Revenant. Guardian calls you little lady like 4 times, Clarity, or refers to you as such. Actually does that at least a couple of times. I like this, all the newer teams, very cross-denominational and stuff. Got the little lady over there, and I mean, not that we didn't, not that we don't. All of you, very, and oh my God, the hate beams coming off of the women in the
Is he
team.
holding something right now?
Is he holding something?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
does he have,
He's got a drink and like a. What would he have? What would he would like a hot dog or something, like a brat.
And a 7 and 7.
Yeah, a 7 and 7 and a brat.
Can Mitzi just glare at him and like while her arms are like crossed, like just flick a finger and like have his drink just like splash in his face?
Oh. Yes. Absolutely. I don't think he even notices. I don't think he notices that he gets in his face, but whoa. Ah, sorry, I got a little bit of a drinking problem. Apparently, I can't keep it in the glass. I know how to keep from spilling this. And then afterwards, he kind of wipes his face off.
I think Mitzi to the other guys like tell back. She's like, I hate this man.
Yeah, I'm keeping a very like close eye on Guardian, like the guy at the party who like keeps his hand over the girl's drink while she goes to the bathroom.
No,
that's what I'm trying to do here.
Mitzi, do you like say over the psychic link like I don't like this man?
Yeah.
So I'm having this like, wonderful conversation about sea creatures with Nautilus, and then you say that, and I just turn and glare, and Bill's eyes like glow and just stare at like, and he's just like glaring at Guardian.
Subtle much?
Oya is like sort of wandering through everything. She kind of gives Mitzi a bit of a wink.
Mitzi blushes.
From like, just noticing that she's just letting you know that she noticed the thing. She gives Bill a little bit. Was it Bill that glared?
Bill is the one that's like, yeah.
Yeah, gives Bill a little stroke along the back with the back of her fingernails, and Bill just like immediately just, and just kind of.
Yep.
As she goes by. So Birthright, are you like? Did you take the helmet off? Are you eating in the faceplate there, or are you?
I did. So I'm like in full armor minus my helmet.
Okay.
I'm not eating. I'm drinking a soda.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep my wits about me, so I'm not drinking. Not that I think they would let me anyway.
Probably not.
But yeah, I'm very much like I'm trying to like be like very like observant of everything going on around me and like keep my situational awareness up because I just do not like the situation at all.
Mitzi's still masked. She's still
got the mask up. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also very close to Mitzi to make sure that like she's okay and that like nobody like crowds her.
So Oya kind of comes up and just leans up against the leans against the wall next to you and it's like, we're probably not gonna all gang up on you. Well, I mean physically. Anytime you can get some food or anything. Are you all right?
I'd be a lot better if you didn't have high functioning alcoholics on what's supposed to be the elite superhero team.
I think we both would. It's not one person, one vote here. So that complicates things a little bit. But no, I see your point. Technically, there's only one high functioning alcoholic.
The other is low functioning.
Yeah, Gauntlet isn't actually that useful once he starts drinking. So, I can't. It would be some line like that. It was, I don't know. High functioning is kind of kind. To be fair,
I'm just glad he didn't show up in his boxers and the open robe.
To be fair, Nautilus is fine. Guardian's not actually on active duty right now, and I don't mean like today. I mean September.
And I think Mitzi's gonna lean over and she's gonna be like, "Why is he in uniform then?"
Why indeed? What an interesting question.
Do you think it's a good idea to have a man who's intoxicated walking around wearing what is essentially military grade weapon.
Would you like a tour of the tower?
I would like anything to get me away from this room. Yes.
All right. Streak, let's do a tour.
Oh, that's gonna be fast.
She makes sure all the doors are open up ahead. Streak. Yeah, that's fine. Who's coming with?
Okay.
Perry, like,
And I'm like,
we're gonna take the kids on a little tour here while everyone.
Yeah, I think we're all going.
All
You
right.
coming, Caleb?
I'm trying to think if there's anybody.
Yeah.
What?
Grab
What?
a to-go bag. We're taking a walk.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go grab a plate of fries, smother it in chili and cheese, and then just start walking.
Love it.
amazing.
Don't Transcendence, like, don't any of you take off without saying goodbye. But welcome to the tower. Hope you're back many, many times.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm sure if we take off without saying anything, you'll be the first to know about it.
I think Mitzi's just like,
Sick burn.
He is partially like flexing to look good in front of Mitzi, but partially also because Dad sucks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fuck Transcendent.
So Hecate watches you leave. You do notice that. Nobody saw her arrive. But you do see that she's like over there petting the cat, and watching all of you leave as you go. So you four head out with Oya. Wrecker is coming with just because God, he just wants out of this room. Streak's coming along and essentially doing most of the tour. About 10 seconds after you guys leave, Vigil exits out the door behind you to follow you along there. Nobody saw Vigil in there.
I would like to say, however, that I kind of like grin when I see Vigil walk by because I have a good knowledge of the Exemplars, and Vigil's like the one that I actually like really respect and like. So...
The implication being that Vigil was there the whole time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just nobody noticed. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that.
Yeah, nobody.
Love
I didn't bother announcing Vigil coming in because Vigil was just sort of there. Anyway, so yeah, they're doing the whole
Lappy?
Streak is sort of doing the whole tour of the tower, history stuff. Here's the big planning room. Seats are modular. You can bring in as many as you need, or they fold down into the floor, for smaller meetings, all this kind of stuff. Here's the launch bay for the, jets for the people who are, non-flyers or the, sadly very slow. Rattling along with all of this stuff. What was that last thing that you asked Oya about the? Oh, yeah, we don't. He gets to come back on to his active duty once he's noticed that his suit's been disarmed. He hasn't yet, so we're just keeping him on standby. He goes on. He scheduled his PR people have him on some different talk shows, radios, podcasts, that kind of thing. He puts the suit on for that. He hasn't noticed yet that it is only flight capable and doesn't have any of the weapons. We've communicated that nobody's supposed to ask for that kind of show on any of the interviews and that kind of thing. So,
I think Mitzi makes a face, but she doesn't say anything.
there's contracts. We just have to wait some of those out.
Right. I'm sure Oprah is really thankful for the ratings.
He's he's never going to be back on Oprah again. I mean, have you seen the? No, he's never going to be back.
Did
That-
he do the Tom Cruise jumping on the couch? Except he was in
Exactly
the
what
suit,
I was
so he
picturing.
broke the couch.
And the floor.
Yeah. Streak comes by like sort of sing-songing. He's never going to be invited back. You know, as she's going from room to room.
That was awesome.
Where did I miss? I missed. So yeah, the general tour here for most of this is all the flashy bits, all the publicity areas, all the kind of things where they're likely. You've seen all this on Super Cribs, or some equivalent. Yeah, I know. I just went there.
No, we're going with that.
Yeah.
Super Cribs.
Super Crips.
That is a thing. That is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Also, I want to let y'all know that Mitzi's consciously making herself walk and not floating. She's trying to not to show any powers in front of these people.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And depending on who you're talking about, most people are a little bit more like, I don't know. Really, Streak is the one who sort of like got constant casual power use going on. She doesn't seem to have an off switch with her. I mean, she does, but she doesn't seem to be inclined to use the off switch. Occasionally, she stops and just walks along with the rest of you. But she gets pretty fidgety pretty fast. You didn't think people could do the knee bouncing thing while standing, but somehow she manages it.
As I'm doing the knee bouncing thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I'm like fidgeting, like from here down, it's just fidgeting.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious.
Hand
Is,
her chili cheese fries every time she like stops to walk. I'm just gonna hand her like one.
So yeah, there isn't much in the way of like sort of an organization to any of the tour, really. Random stuff, we got some labs here, but honestly, the whole tower is ours. These are just the place where we kind of hang out. So we've got research people, checking out labs. We've got, intel analysis, data analysis. We've got an entire historical wing.
And I think Mitzi like pops up. She's like, "Where's the historical wing?"
Down like the 13th through the 15th floor. The library is like multiple floors, so we knocked out the intervening floors there, so it can be, it's very impressive. It's a little mini. Streak will add. It's a little mini Hogwarts. It's all the, the library with the. No, nobody. All right.
She says that. I'm gonna say with our own turf. Great. I can't tell if it was a laugh or you were dying, Sean.
No, that was purely accidental.
do you need the Heimlich maneuver?
No.
I'm good.
No.
Please don't give him the Heimlich maneuver.
No.
That sounds terrible.
Terrible.
Hate that.
Well, some of these conversations are sort of bouncing back and forth. Mitzi, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, okay.
I need you to unleash your powers.
What am I doing? I mean, I can.
Because you're not using any of your powers, except you're constantly using one of your powers. Right?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I just want to see how tight this thing is wired down. If somebody went poking around.
It's a 7.
That's a good medium roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question I have for you.
Oh wait, no, wait. Did I roll the right one? Unleash your powers.
You rolled
it's
freak,
freak.
so yeah.
That's freak. That's
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Yeah. +2. So the question
right
I
back.
have for you, and I think I kind of know the answer for this, because I don't think you want it to be unstable, because unstable is something that's probably going to get noticed. It's not unstable in the communication where people are dipping in and out, but it's maybe not as private as you might like it to be. With that said, temporary doesn't really work either, but you could go with unstable, or you could go with keeping this thing up and maintained is giving you some stress, so you pick up a condition from keeping it kind of locked down.
Let me just look at conditions real quick because I like that.
I would like to
You know, we could just add in insecure back into the mix. I haven't been insecure for an episode. So.
I mean, I think that's fair. Mostly because I'm curious if I want it, because there's some people in the tower who could pick up on this stuff if they were so inclined. And either they do or they don't, but what's the cost?
So yeah, I think she's just constant stress makes her really insecure about her place of a superhero and like being invited here. She's like, imposter syndrome is definitely setting in.
No, I like that. I think it really works. Well, we've got a timing thing here. We're going to have one of our members coming in here for an arrival pretty quick. So if any of you are interested, let's get out where we can see the whole city, out on one of the open decks.
Earthray is immediately like as she says that, like cycling through his head and thinking about who's not here to try and think of like who would be showing up.
It would be, I mean, off the top of your head, it'd be Tatanka or Blackbird. Those are the two that immediately jump to mind. If you're going on the open flight deck, it's actually, that doesn't probably rule it out very well. Probably Blackbird, but Tatanka can become airborne, so that's not necessarily ruling anything out, although he doesn't usually use it as a means of travel.
Sigrun the Valkyrie could fly as well, yeah?
Oh, that's true. Sigrun the Valkyrie. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it could be. Those are the three ones that seems like it'd be likely to be coming in on a flight path. So yeah, but let's get out in the open. Anybody need to freshen up, get more food, refresh the plate, any of that kind of thing? We could sweep by there real quick and grab a little bit more. Perry's nodding.
Perry's gonna do
as I'm
quick,
finishing up my fries. It's just
okay. Let's swing by there, and then we'll head on out to the thing. You head on out to the deck, and we'll see if anybody else is coming along. You managed to pick up Nautilus along the way, because he's like, "Oh, we're going out there. You can finally show me your not pet versions." Sounds good.
I psychically say, keep it toned down a notch.
We'll have some time to play.
psychically say back, I don't know how to do that.
That's a super good idea. How do I do that?
I think Mitzi chimes in like mentally, and she's like, "I'll help if need be."
Cool. I'm glad you guys are here.
Sorry, I was in the men's room. What are we doing?
Grabbing some food and then sweeping up to the sort of not just like an open patio front like place where it's kind of open to the outdoors, that kind of thing. Patrol will. He's sort of quietly, I guess, sort of coming along, or at least there's at least some sort of exchange with himself and Wrecker there. But they definitely haven't achieved an entirely comfortable relationship, but it seems to be not horrible. Neither are they, best of friends or anything like that. I can pull a couple of folks off of here just to kind of, we're not going to get him out of the way. What's that? All right. He's not here. All right. I gotta grab Blackbird. Where did Blackbird go? I don't know why I didn't grab them. Character picks.
I think that's one of the newer ones. And
oh no, I did grab Blackbird. I forgot to upload them. That's on me. Where did my friend Blackbird go?
It was a Blackbird casual, right?
Yeah, I've got a couple, but Sigrun. God, they come in big when you upload them like that. Holy moly.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I'm just grabbing the images and getting them up into Roll20. And when they come in very large.
I know what you're talking about. I was making a yeah, never mind.
All right.
It was a that's what she said thing.
Oh,
It's pretty much exactly, yeah.
I'm terrible. All right. All right. So you get out, yeah, kind of out there on the thing. I kind of wonder. Where did that new mentions?
How do you bump a thread that has been dormant for too long? It still exists somewhere? Or does it just go away?
It goes to archive, so if you're on the
Archive, okay.
computer.
Yeah. If you don't want it to let go away, you can go in the archive and just grab it and ping it back up. I put them in there because I'm okay with them kind of falling off, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna bump it for no reason.
if
It's
you
just-
are not, yeah, if you want it back up, then that's all good too. So
when it comes time for me to upload another whatever.
got a weird thing there where I like lose your camera. I lose one of your cameras. I have to shut off mine and turn it back on, and then everybody's camera comes back. It's interesting. All right. So when sweeping through the call it the food room, really Nautilus is the only person you can easily pick up. Guardian was not really paying attention to anything. Transcendent wasn't there. He had taken off.
And of course, the one person that's like, "Oh, don't forget to say bye."
Yeah.
What a dick.
Typical, leaving out without saying goodbye.
Just going up for smokes.
Shh.
Out on the front deck.
Very personal for me.
So coming up on the Jesus, coming up on the out on the main deck, Nautilus kind of steps forward. Okay, I know we were doing the tour and everything, but listen, kid wanted to show me his, let's see your stuff, kid. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Do something kind of unleash the Kraken. You guys are the Krakens, right? That's my favorite school team here. I got a personal vested interest in that. I did a little bit of campaigning to get the school to pick that up as their mascot back in the day.
So you're responsible for the Kraken mascot at our school?
Yeah, they were looking for what is it? Mythic creatures, and I pushed. I mean, aquatic doesn't get nearly enough not enough recognition, right? So Kraken.
I'm going to create a Kraken.
Oh no, Betsy Chief's message like, "Oh no, please don't tell him he knows where we go to school."
He didn't go to the school. No, he didn't go to the school. He just like.
No, telling him that we go to that school.
Oh.
Oh, well, he said he knew that we were the Krakens.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I responded in that way, because he's like, oh, you're the Krakens. Like
you're at the, well, I was meaning you're at that school. I guess he has made that assumption based on the fact that you guys have gotten in a tangle like outside that school.
Probably, okay, fair.
A couple times.
Yeah, we were literally on the football field.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
He may have made a bit of a leap there, and it's a bit of a surprising leap, I would say, for you guys, because it's like we haven't really associated ourselves with that school. No, I'm not. No, this is just me.
He's wicked smart.
Wicked smart. Wicked smart.
I'm gonna summon a Kraken, like swimming through the air.
How? Why? No. Oh God.
Noticing Mitzi's getting a little nervous, I grab her hand.
Okay.
If you start making it rain squid.
Don't give me ideas.
No, this is not the Watchmen.
It's literally what I'm here to do, is to give you ideas. That is.
It's not the Watchmen.
I have determined that clearly I don't know how these powers work, so when you give him ideas,
what are you?
They just happen.
What's for Revenant? What's the goal here with doing this?
Ooh.
Like, what are you Nautilus is kind of into this whole thing. He's kind of wants you to kind of show like. So what's the goal? Or is it deeper than that? I don't know. Keep people from paying attention to birthright. I don't know, but I don't know if you're thinking that far.
Really, like, I'm trying to like I kind of want to like I kind of like this dude. He knows about cuttlefish. Like he knows more than I do, and that's impressive.
This
So,
seems
like-
like a guy I can trust.
He likes
know about
fish.
us,
He's a good
but-
person.
I can talk to him. Cool. You guys forgot I don't know anything about superheroes, so I'm just like, all right, cool. Here. And I'm just gonna summon this like giant, like hardened, like I want it to be like almost like carapaced kraken just like floating in the air behind me.
Is it like the
Like-
octopus, the squid style kraken, or like the kraken from like Clash of the Titans, where he's like got arms? and shit?
The traditional like squid style kraken.
Oh, when Birthright grabs Clarity's hand, she just freezes for a second because she did not realize that, and then like it like grabs his back.
Oh,
Oh, you guys are I love you guys.
I'm gonna have you unleash your powers, and we'll see how this goes.
Cool. This is either gonna go great or terrible. There is no middle ground. Oh, cool. Cool. I can deal with that.
That's all right. All right.
Yeah.
So, options here. I'm not sure if stress is really indicated. Unstable or temporary?
Well, it's definitely going to be temporary because
Okay.
it's not going to last. Like, 'cause,
Probably a
like,
little
the
bit.
goal wasn't even like.
Probably a little bit earlier than you would have intended, though. So a little bit kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So.
no, Perry, I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's the image that flashed into Perry's head. I'm sorry.
What?
That's
What?
just like he's doing
What?
what?
He dropped
I
something
put it
in the
I
chat.
put it in the
that's like,
game chat.
Oh God.
Which chat? I missed it. The
Uh,
game.
Discord
and then-
game. Discord game chat.
Oh, game chat. Oh. Oh.
I don't like that at all.
That's what Perry is really worried about right now.
Yeah.
And if the
That's-
psychic link is still up,
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been a picture of Starro from the new
From the Suicide Squad.
Suicide
Right.
Squad.
I actually watched that
Stop
last
giving
night.
me ideas like that. You're like, this is a bad idea.
First of all,
man, why are you trying to slow my roll here?
I
buddy?
first of all, I love
Oh.
Starro. I don't want to. I don't, and I like. We really enjoyed the movie, but Starro is one of those things you either go all in and just enjoy it, or you
Yeah.
stop and go, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And
You
it,
gotta have some suspension of disbelief in place.
yeah, because Starro has always been kind of a ridiculous, but at the same time, totally creepy and believably creepy.
They
thing.
made him work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they referenced Project Starfish, I was like, "Oh, I know where this is going."
Yeah.
Like,
It's a good time. All right, so we get this thing up, and he's like, "Oh, that's so." All right, run me through this. He's looking up at the thing and kind of pacing along. He's like, "Run me through this. What would you use something like this for? Offensive, defensive, mobility?"
I'm gonna like the tentacles. So you know how they have the big like wide suckers on the ends of those?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna turn some of those into like hardened crab carapace and be like defense, and then I'm gonna turn it into like a giant clawed like crab claw offense. Whatever I need it
It's
to
really
be.
just kind of a mutable thing here. It's
Yeah.
you just have a big old Lego building blocks. I like the flexibility. So how long can you hold it? And it kind of flickers out. And he goes, so okay, about that long. All right. Yeah. I think here's the thing. That's good. I like it. I like the flexibility of it. I like the way it's implemented. You need reps. You need you need to get on some. Like if I was doing this, because I do everything with, and he flips out like his whole suit like kind of folds out into like weird kind of crab arm things and folds in and out and folds back and folds back way again. If I had all that stuff, but my batteries only lasted about a minute and a half, Well, I wouldn't be where I am, and I'd probably be dead. So you got to work on reps, kid. You got to push. If it's all coming from up here, if it's whatever body part is pushing this thing, you got to work on that thing. If that's squats, then I don't want to know about your psychically powered like butt cracking. But whatever it is, you gotta
Ladies and gentlemen, the title
you need to
of
push
today's
you need to
episode.
push on that. That's gonna be the make or break thing for you. I think you got a lot of potential, but yeah, you got to push on this. Everybody here on the teams, when you talk about the defense, the offense, the mobility, it's going to be great. They're going to defend. They're going to depend on you. So yeah, you got to work on that thing.
This sounds like some label shifting going on here.
It absolutely is. Now, if you're like me and you spent a bunch of time in the lab, and it means that nobody that you end up maybe not making as many free meals as everybody else because you got to be working on the next thing you're gonna be building, then that's just how it works. Price to pay, you know. It's a good thing I'm a loner who likes to hang out in the ocean where nobody's at anyway because yeah, I'm not always around other people. So that's just the price you're gonna pay. My advice to you: work on this, or again, whatever. Butt cracking, the whole thing, at whatever cost, because that's what the job requires. And he is shifting your labels, freak up, mundane down, if you're willing to go with that.
Makes sense. I mean, he's like talking about like it's going to be there to like protect these people that I'm here with, and I love them more than anything else. So yeah, absolutely, I'm going to take his advice on this.
It makes sense. It doesn't mean it's right, but it absolutely makes sense. That's the problem with most advice from adults in this game is they make sense. It may or may not be actually correct.
I feel like Caleb just found his new dad, like flaws and all.
Shut up! Don't put that evil on me like this.
I'm sorry.
We all have complicated relationships with parents, okay?
You really do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perry does. Yeah, you are lying. You are lying liar pants. Dad wants to move out of town. Don't tell me complicated.
That's true. That's true. Not to these extremes, though.
Not going to move right away because Rook still needs to transfer me. Okay, add another layer of complications.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you want me to move my labels then?
Yeah, go ahead and shift your if you're not pushing back on that, then yeah, push your freak up mundane down. He is not much for the social niceties or nuances or caring, really, especially about what other people are that into.
I have one extra in here somewhere, and I don't know where it came from.
Did you raise it from one of your? Did you get a thing? What did you do for your advance?
I don't know.
Sometimes the math won't until you click out of the window. It won't do the equation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it comes up to 3 for me.
Okay, cool.
You're at Monday.
Yeah, it was telling me it was. Yeah, I'm at Monday -2.
All right, yeah. You just have to click away from the window.
Got it.
That absolutely tracks.
you just. I want to help everybody, and I'm bad at it. It's not even bad at it. It's just it causes trouble. So, Mitzi, while this is going on, Oya's kind of like sort of sitting back here by you. She goes, so, how's the, this is new for you, yeah? For you as a team. How's all this working out? Hopefully we didn't stress you out too much bringing you in here. It's a little early. We don't normally do that, but...
Oh, and then she realizes she's still holding Birthriight's hand, and then she sort of like slowly lets it go just because she's like, oh. I mean, Tock.
Yeah, when Oya comes up and talks to you, she absolutely tracks the hand thing. You see her eyes track, and then
I like Oya a lot.
so
And I think she's like, we just started up like a couple months ago.
I think you're doing fine. It was like I said, we don't normally bring teams in this early. A couple of members of the team were insistent.
Which ones?
Like who?
Well, I mean, Patrol thought it would be really good to, God, how did he put it? And Wrecking Ball, like, says from, actually, he's a little bit, he's within earshot, and you're like, he had to have been also tracking the whole hand thing too. Provide a good example, ma'am.
Oh, so Wrecker saw the hand holding?
Yeah.
That's not gonna present any kind of complications later at all.
No.
Done.
No. Why would you say that?
Should be fine. Should be fine. Provide a good example, ma'am.
We're doing one of these.
Triangle Man,
Two
Triangle
hands.
Man.
2 hands.
Do triangle man. God. Well, and yeah, so Patrol and Transcendent was really interested in getting you in here. Actually, after you tangled with
I'm
Teacher.
sure that he was.
Well, we've been honestly, it makes a whole lot of sense. We've been noting that there's a whole lot of involvement with that. Teacher's been messing around quite a bit with some of the younger heroes and criminals in the city. You probably had one of the more successful interactions with her. So
He's gonna touch her forehead and make sure. I think by this point the cut on her head probably is completely healed.
oh yeah. But
Maybe a small scar. That's about it.
I mean, take it as a compliment. Transcendent usually doesn't invest himself at all in any of the newer teams. He's usually absent for any of these sorts of things. He doesn't really
Yes, he's very good about being absent.
She just kind of looks at you like, I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I feel like I may have stepped into a conversation that I don't know the first part of.
I'm sure you don't, and that's not your fault.
I think Mitzi tells Temple asks, she's like, should I tell her or should I mention something?
No, if he hasn't said anything about it, then he clearly doesn't want anyone to know, and I'm not trying to cause more drama here than there already is.
That's fair.
And so yeah, Mitzi glances up at him whenever she psychically says it, and then looks back at Oya, and she's like,
I've got a question. Birthright.
Yeah.
Does Wrecker know?
Wrecker knows, yeah. Wrecker's probably the only person here who knows.
and I think as you're thinking about the Joyce, I think Charity's like, why is he interested in our group?
Say that again?
Because Mitzi doesn't realize if that's a pointed you or a general you the group. She's like, yeah, he's interested in you. She's like, is that pointed at me or is that pointed to the group? I don't know.
I think Oya. Well, that's hard. You know what? I think Pierce the Mask.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think Mitzi's.
Sure you can. I believe in you.
Yeah, I think Mitzi's digging just a little bit. She's just like,
It's a mundane role. Lean into it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
be fine. I'm only at a 0.
Yeah, I think that may mean.
That might be an all-time high for you. Is 0.
I was gonna say a zero mundane is
That's awesome.
a zero mundane is a market leader for this team. Are you talking? What are you talking about? I mean, that's
a pretty good mundane right now.
You know what? I'll take that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, take that.
that's pretty good. Okay, so for Pierce the Mask, 7 and 9 is ask 1 on that Pierce the Mask
Ooh, I got it.
All right.
Because she's like looking into it. She's like, what are y'all really planning with us? I think that's what she's trying to convey.
I can't say for the whole group. I will definitely give you the read off of Oya. Okay.
Okay.
And I will let me see if I can come up with the sort of I want to give you the in character comment that she makes that I can kind of unpack a little bit at a meta level. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't want to throw too much shade at Transcendent. I mean, we're not exactly close friends or anything, but one thing that we do have in common is I don't usually come to these sorts of things, but I found it really interesting that there was so much interest in you. And those sorts of things tend to indicate something. So I thought I'd come by, and so far, it's not a wasted day for me. So unpacking that a little bit, the fact that Transcendent was so invested set off several flags for her. So what she wants out of this is to understand what the deal is with any of this, with your team, and why patrols, that kind of thing. Kind of like what's going on here. Not out of like a defensive thing or anything. She really means it when she and Transcendent are best of friends. They do not get along. Somebody that Transcendent is invested in getting in the building either means that's somebody she needs to keep an eye on, or somebody she needs to keep an arm, like a shielding arm in front of, because Transcendent's interest is never going to be good from as far as she's concerned. So her interest is because other people are interested. She wants to learn more about the team to find out like why. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Yes, and it further confirms that Oya is my favorite right now.
Oya's kind of amazing. I also love that Transcendent is not quite the poker player he thinks he is.
Yeah, he might have
flashing your cards there, buddy.
You're not that guy, pal.
might have overplayed it a little bit. So anyway, yeah, that was so that whole conversation is kind of going on where you guys are kind of talking about this. Nautilus is sort of talking this thing up. I'm getting a double parallel universe overlay here that's screwing me up. Sean, remind me what you wrote down for Vigil as like the power set. It was like a spiritual ghost kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so she can communicate with the spirits of the dead when of people who are murdered unjustly when she is at the site of their killing.
Gotcha.
But other than that, she's kind of like Batman meets Constantine type thing.
Yeah, I am on board.
I think that tracks with what I read in the Phoenix Academy version too. It's that all kind of goes together.
Well, no.
Brenda?
No, the Vigil version in that one is it's she's telepath. And she's much more of the detective telepath kind of thing. As played
more question, less Batman.
Yeah, as played by the star of the Pitch Perfect movies. I can't remember her name right now.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As played by Anna Kendrick. She's mysterious to everybody else, but she's really not mysterious to the team. She's the they have her number, which is fine because that was the point. We're going to get them out here front and center a little bit. Perry, what are you watching while all this is going on? Like, where's your focus when you're...
So Perry was momentarily worried about the Kraken.
Sure.
But that
seemed to be
thankfully,
fine.
Everything was fine there. That's great. But as the conversations and stuff are spinning, Perry is doing all of the, how does this person figure? How does that person figure? How does this person figure? Like, I'm trying to figure out which person is going to figure into on a meta level, it's which person's figuring into the memories.
Gotcha.
But it's, on one hand, being very aware of certain facets of the conversation that's happening around him, but then missing huge parts of it because that facet is going to send him down a rabbit hole of, fractal possibilities, and then be like, oh shit, wait, did I miss something important? What was that? So there's a,
Gotcha.
basically you have the freedom to say, I noticed this or didn't as you see fit, because it's entirely plausible that he would or would not have.
Well, I guess
the role of the
if you're sitting here trying to see how any of these people maybe factor in things, it feels, I will say this, being in the tower feels very fraught. It feels very not.
I definitely, everything I'm hearing about Transcendent is reinforcing my opinion.
Yeah.
Of where they are on my memory chart.
Not in the sense of I don't want to say like we're going into a dangerous place exactly, but just the idea
of a background threat.
Something about the team being in the tower feels very like unspent, and I mean this in the energy sense, potential. Like literally unspent, like poised energy that hasn't yet been released. And the potential here is to channel it very productively. The possibility is also that you're going to suddenly become ground for a very nasty shock.
Right.
Is there anybody in particular that is attracting your attention in terms of figuring out like who they are in this whole?
I feel like there's a little bit of, so they obviously rolled out the red carpet. They're trying to make a thing. I feel like a little bit of the tour was like Silver Streak is the magician going, look at this hand. And
there's a little bit of that,
Oya is the hand that is actually doing the magic trick of like figuring out how we tick, with a little bit of Nautilus thrown in there too, just because he was jonesing on
Nautilus is almost his own
exactly
thing. Like he's just in his own little like yeah.
So I definitely feeling this whole thing is sus because they don't do this very often. And what did we do? We called out some jerks and had a very public fight that, we made a mess that we had to clean up, and it got some attention. Like, why? What about that other than Transcendence vested interest? And to slightly limit our, like, what about that gets you a trip to the tower? Like, we didn't.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's the whole thing is it's suspect on many, many levels. So, but to answer your question, who am I thinking? So, I feel like the actual leader of the Exemplars isn't who even they think the leader of the Exemplars is. I think there's power behind the throne kind of thing. There's certainly, of the significant looks and things that were happening while we were in the banquet room, there's a lot that can be unpacked and read into, et cetera, et cetera. But do I remember someone or investigate the timeline to actually make a memory stick? I forget.
You remember someone is the move for like going, I know the role that this, I have a good idea of like the role that this person plays.
Oh, we lost Mo.
Yeah, she'll be right back.
She's back.
Okay.
The idea is that I need to remember the role that this person plays, so that it's the remember someone thing, and you roll memories, which is +1. So,
do I physically put the +1 in, or does the thing do it for me?
You can just, so there's the option there for rolling the flat 2d6, and just you hit that and then put the +1 in. It won't know the memories. I don't think the remember someone. Yeah, if you click on remember someone, you can put in the situational bonus penalty and just put in a 1.
Okay.
And it'll figure it out from there. So you're trying to, but who are you thinking is
I think that my supposition, my hypothesis is that Oya is actually the most powerful person and not transcendent.
whatever that actually means in terms of the role?
Whatever, and part of that is our meta conversation of, and this is, I just want to run with, even though I know that you were like, no, but I think it's fun for Perry to think this, is that force of nature doesn't mean air, earth, fire, water. It means gravity,
the natural laws of the universe.
Yes,
sure.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, sure. So yeah, go ahead and roll. Remember someone and add 1 to that and see how that. While you're.
Does he hear a sad guitar?
I don't know if he hears a sad guitar. Ooh. Oh. That is weird. It looked like, you know what's funny about that? Aside from anything else, I think it must have already, it did do the count up correctly because we added 1, and if you mouse over it, you see it added 2. So it actually was already doing the math for you on the remember someone. So we didn't need it. It doesn't matter.
I actually rolled a 4.
Yeah, you actually rolled a 4. Good job. Okay, so you're
mechanically is a 4 the same as a 5 as far as
mechanically it's further away from help in terms of being
right.
On a miss, they're not at all who you thought they would be. The GM will choose their role or tell you that as far as you know they don't exist in the future. I'm going to flip this a little bit.
Sure.
Your focus is always so distracted the first time that you come to the tower. And you're always looking at the wrong people.
I never would have picked up on the whole Silver Streak look at this hand thing though. That was top tier Perry content.
No, it absolutely is.
Thank you.
So what we see, like this is totally a straight comic book panel. We see this is totally a comic book panel, a couple of them, where we see Perry doing the calculations. It's like the whole like, the original
The Hangover. Zach
the Hangover thing where he's doing the math and the math is going past. We totally get that kind of a thing where he's like looking at all the people and like coming to this thing and like and we see like sort of the decision tree where different little little points of light on the decision tree are lighting up and whose names are coming up next to him, and names are swapping in and swapping out and doing this thing and trying different stuff. And then this voice is like, you always get distracted every time you come to the tower for the first time. And you're doing the exact same thing again. And we get the shot of him like standing against a wall, and standing behind him on his left, right next to his shoulder, is Vigil. Like right there, and just leaning in. You're not even leaning, just standing there and just saying this, but pitched exactly perfectly. You're absolutely sure to not be heard by any, like not whispering, pitched for your, but it's not. It's just flat out not going to carry to anybody else.
Yep. Yep.
And you're allowing yourself to be distracted again by the flashiest people. Once you, I had hoped by this iteration you would have started to correct some of these mistakes. But that's me trusting you, and you need to trust your friends faster, Perry, or this is never going to get any better no matter how many times you do it. And I'm a little tired of bleeding for your mistakes, so please, if you would, straighten this out. Get to work, boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, no, I correct just slightly. Get to work, old man.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
And I am going to put,
shit.
I'm going to put, we're going to put,
I mean, that felt like a double whammy of memories and label shift.
yeah, we're going to put,
and and influence over that was so heavy
There's
in
a
so
few.
few
There's
words.
a few things we're going to unpack here first. We're going to put Vigil into the
Jesus.
martyr slot.
Holy fuck.
Oof.
Yep.
We're going to drop
I see
Vigil
that.
into the martyr slot. We're going to have her words, I think, have you take a powerful blow because she's kind of realigning your chakras.
Frank just took a powerful blow. Like, yes, Perry is taking a powerful blow.
That's hilarious.
Like, I got lightheaded. I'm lightheaded right now.
There's probably a label shift coming too that's unrelated. It's not unrelated, but I think the words themselves land hard enough for there to be a take a powerful blow kind of situation going for sure. So let's sort that out by having your roll conditions before anything else.
Just stopped in to see what condition my condition. Situational bonus penalty.
None.
Nada?
It'll track your hopeless, so that's it.
I got like heavy Rose the Hat vibes from that,
Ooh, that's a good.
which I dig.
So that's
That's right. Take a powerful blow we want to miss.
This is a good
right?
roll for you, yeah. But you should
All
be
right.
marked. You should have marked 2 potential there because you had the 4 and then you had this 6. So that's 2 different potential
Oh.
that you're picking up.
Jesus. All right. Yep. I always forget to do that. Thank
Failure is educational in this
you.
case.
Yep.
So definitely a sort of spiritual chakra realigning. I guess it's redundant to say spiritual chakra realigning, but you know that
Yes.
shot.
Spiritually balancing my tires. Okay.
Yeah, sort of realignment. Little back thing, little back pop in your brain.
Yeah.
On a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential as normal, but say how you weather the blow. Like, how does this? How do you, like, obviously it rocks you a little bit, but you get it under control and kind of roll with it. So how?
I think it's rocking Perry like a bucket of ice water to the face. Like
Like a shock to almost like a wake up.
a bam. Exactly. It's a wake up. It's a, okay, I'm focused. Like it. So confirmation that this isn't all in my head, unless I'm also imagining Vigil. But I'm going with, she's confirming.
Vigil's a
I'm
collective
here.
hallucination by the entire city. Yeah.
I mean, everything is real.
Will's comment over here. It's official. I love Vigil. That is.
Get in line, Will. Get in line.
That's good stuff.
She's hella cool.
Yeah, I mean, does that weathering it like suddenly?
Yeah, you definitely.
the distractions go. I don't want to turn this into a flare-it, sorry, a flaw that's actually a merit.
But you rolled with it, so that's okay. I mean.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like. Sorry, I keep seeing miss and thinking that's a bad thing.
Think of it as me missing. I missed on my 2-hit roll.
Got it.
You know,
Okay.
I fumbled.
Yep. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I feel like there is a moment of God, I hate to say clarity because we already have one. But it is like yeah, I don't know if there's a better word for that. It's crystal. It's the distractions go away, and now I'm very aware that I've been too distracted, and there's just as you said, if there's always a little bit of a buzz around Perry because there's so much happening around him, and maybe he's in 2 different or 3 different or multiple timelines at once, and they're all slightly out of phase. Like just Perry in the comic is suddenly drawn with a much finer pen.
I like that. I really like that. There's a I don't know if you guys if this ever would have flowed across your TikTok at all, but there is a technique for taking art that you've done and making it friendly for turning it into stickers on Redbubble, where it gets kind of a really hard outline, I want to say kind of a thick black outline, and then like a white outline around that. It makes it very sticker friendly. Okay.
Right.
There is an anime that I watch. Mo may be more aware that I've watched it than other people. I say that because she has helpfully sent me a number of different RPGs that are being built to play volleyball.
Oh yeah.
But the anime Haikyuu does this thing where people will occasionally have that sort of shock to the system, chakra realigning like realization, and when that happens, they always kind of freeze frame them and put them in the sticker outline. I don't know why, but like they get
That's
like
right.
a total white outline outside of whatever else is going on, and they're just kind of like, ugh, and then they move on.
That's why in choreography, it's occasionally important to introduce stillness because dance is a series of pictures. It's not all movement.
I like that.
No.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I like all of these things.
Whoa. That's so much. Okay.
Sean, I'm saying your name, the player name specifically on this one. When you were saying that it feels like Vigil is doing some label shifting, what labels did you think?
Oh, I said that about Nautilus, but if
I thought it
Vigil
was
doing it.
I thought it was like somebody said it. Maybe it wasn't you. Somebody said it's like it feels
we
like
both
there's
kind of did. We thought
Yeah.
that Nautilus was shifting Revenant's labels and that Vigil was shifting mine.
Yeah.
Unless she's, I mean,
I was just
feel
curious.
like
I was just curious how it read to everybody else in terms of what the thing was. I feel like
I feel like it's. I'd have to, if I'm looking at him now, I would have to say probably Danger Up, Mundane Down, or Freak Up, Mundane Down. One of those two.
I'm not sure about mundane because the thing is, what
I have to protect my teammates.
what
more,
Vigil
though,
said
or
is
be
you need
there.
to start
right.
you need to start trusting your team more.
Right.
Okay, so probably Mundane Up then. In that case,
Mundane up.
or maybe Savior. One of the two.
Yeah. I think that she is trying to move, let's say, mundane up for sure, and danger down.
Okay.
So Frank,
Yes, sir.
She wants to shift.
I'm here. I just have a toddler in
All
my
right.
hand. But
So
I'm
she
still
wants
here.
to shift mundane up, danger down.
Yeah, oops, sorry. That works.
Okay.
Because yeah, that totally works. Sorry, shall I shift it?
I will click accordingly since
Okay.
I'm already looking
Yeah,
at it.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perry has the highest mundane.
What?
Perry's
the guy from the future?
Perry's the best listener.
I listen really
I'm
well.
not even talking about the voices in
Not
his
so
head.
much, but
What? So TikTok wants me to invite Sean to mutually go live, which I think might be overly confusing.
I can try.
We really you're already on the screen once, so I don't think we need to do it again.
Right. Do we want to
does
maybe
TikTok generate those on its own, or do people say, "Hey, can
No,
I?"
it
join you?"
randomly pops up. It's
okay.
I mean, I think I've been invited, but it also just randomly pops up.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know it would do that. Oh, so like TikTok, the app itself, not somebody in the comments section.
Yeah, the app just said like
that would be weird.
invite so and so to. Sometimes it's people who connect. Sometimes it's just other people that I follow who are also live right now. It'll do that. It doesn't say randomly like, "Hey, mug this person with a live invite." It's like somebody else who can go live who's on right now. That kind of weird stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyhow, all right. So, and I don't know if you ever turn or look or whatever, but probably almost because they allowed it to happen, when Vigil isn't standing behind you anymore.
Yeah, it's like it's an air pressure change.
Kind of, more than anything else.
Yeah. Tired of bleeding for your mistakes. Holy God. Ah.
That's a big.
It almost feels like it would be like when, like in the X-Men movies, when Professor X does the time stop thing
Good job.
and just starts talking to you. Like it feels like it would be one of those.
Kind of. There's definitely a little bit of that. There's a little bit of like, Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in that. This is going to be one of those things where you go back and look at the video and like, what all did she say? Because what? I was busy.
Yeah.
My head
You know
was
how
Eating
the
fries.
little leather pouch filled with lead shot that you use to like, I feel like those things always have
the sap.
so much more. Yes, a sap. Sorry, I don't know why that
I was about to
those
say,
always
like,
have
you
so
keep
much
just
more
assuming
weight.
that we all know these things.
I'm sorry. Do we not?
No.
What are we supposed to know?
We've all,
Don't worry about
Exactly. That's the right question. What are we supposed to know?
it. Right.
You know how you used to like stick a banana in the carburetor, and you know, and it's like, what?
I used to stick
No,
a
that's
banana
not
in
a
the
thing that
tailpipe.
everyone does.
you know how everybody has that leather bag full of like steel shots, so you can like tap somebody on the back of the head, completely render them unconscious, but leave no marks.
No?
Dead
You know how
silence.
sometimes you do like the funny smelling cloth, and you put it on somebody's face, and they like it's nap time. And
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Oh no. Okay.
You know how we all have a bottle of chloroform in the garage just in case?
All right.
Hang on.
I mean,
Anyway.
You said I could wrangle in.
I was trying. I'm sorry, I stepped on you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you know how you
was
guys
saying
like
I'm
all
gonna
come
go
to
in.
school with your school bag and one of the bottles is regular water and the other bottle is chloroform? Why are you all looking at me? Like,
all right, let's reel it back in.
yeah,
All I was
I
trying
got
to
you.
say is that
Okay.
Vigil's particular sap felt like it was much more weighty than can be accounted for by the volume of the bag.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot going on in there. Okay. So, this is all kind of going, and just about when. So you guys are like Nautilus is going on about various things, duration times, he's rattling off all kinds of like pretty nerdy inside baseball superhero statistics, which like that gets a little bit, but he's actually talking about like average fight duration, like how long these tussles tend to go, and how much more it is when you're doing rescue operations. Like, average operation, you wouldn't think those fights get televised and replayed for so long. You're thinking 10, 15 minutes. It's like less than a minute. You don't have to worry about all that. That's not your endurance thing. That's your sprint. Okay, the fights are the sprints. Now, when you've got to do rescue operations, that's your soccer match where you're one of the midfieldmen. You never get to come off the pitch. You are always on and you are always running, and that's what you're going to have to worry about when you're doing rescue. That's why I don't. He's about to say, that's why I don't like to do rescue operations. That's why I don't show up unless I know I've got a lot of extra, until I know that I've got a lot of extra power to back myself up on something like that, because it's just going to be necessary. So this is going on. Oya is kind of talking to you two. Streak is suddenly kind of standing beside, we probably, she kind of leans in and whispers something to Oya. Birthright, she says to Oya, we have a problem with Sigrun and Blackbird. We need to get the kids off the deck.
She says that to who?
She says that to Oya. She doesn't say it loud enough for you to hear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So she kind of comes in. It's like, we see the mouths moving, but do you tell the rest of the group, or what do you do with it? Because they're definitely, and then Oya just kind of turns, because, and I'm gonna piece this all together. She comes up. She starts to say something. Hey, say we need, and then she leans in and doesn't exactly whisper, but says it. You get it. Basically lip reading. Birthright, you get it. Oya's listening. You see her eyes track up to you, and then she turns both of them away so they can continue the conversation. Not in an angry way, but just she absolutely believes that you knew, are going to know what that conversation is if the angle stays the same way that it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So immediately after seeing that, because my first thought is I don't want Mitzi to be under any more stress than she already is. So I grab her hand again. I'm like, all right, let's take a walk. and I kind of take her with me, and I'm like, Caleb, let's get some more food.
I see how it is.
I'm kind of picking up on the fact that Perry probably already is like kind of wanting to get out of here from the whole like Rose the Hat shit that was going on with Vigil. So
I do not get this reference, and I'm going to require somebody to explain it to me later.
It's from like The Shining and Doctor Sleep.
Oh, I love that so much. All right. So yeah, you're kind of like moving Mitzi along. Perry is kind of between where you guys were and the exit off of the patio anyway, so you can probably snag him. But and Nautilus says, "Oh yeah, we can continue this inside. It's fine." And he starts to move, and then he kind of like he doesn't do this thing. But you can see his eyes go unfocused while he's and he kind of tilts his head like he does this. He goes, because he's listening, but he's not doing the whole rest of it. Actually, why don't you go ahead? I'm just gonna stay out here for a little bit and see if the ladies need anything. And he's kind of heading at speed over to at a brisk walk over to Oya and Silverstreak. What do you do, Andrew? What do you do?
So as he starts walking away, I like kind of like that was a weird change. Why would the ladies need help? Aren't they stronger than all of us? That's literally, I say this out loud. Like I stop walking and I turn back around. As he's running away, I'm saying this like to everybody, so
yeah, he kind of. He goes. He kind of like gives you this kind of finger point, like that is an excellent thing to say out loud where people can hear you. Kind of. He's not saying it that way, but yeah, you're clever making a comment like that. Good job, kid. You'll go far. You know, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
I mean, you can read this if you want to, but
I have a dilemma here because Caleb is just big and dumb and curious and happy. I'm now like, well, if they need help, I'm gonna go help, and I'm just gonna go start walking back out to help because I don't know what else to do.
They seem to have, the read that you have here is that they have communicated, the three members of the Exemplars that are out here have communicated via comms that something is up. Okay. Somehow Birthright wants to get off the deck, which is probably, you don't know if that's connected at all because that doesn't seem like a Birthright thing. They want to get away from that kind of thing necessarily, but maybe it is. Seems a little weird. But you don't really know what's going on because they were doing all their talking in comms, like the three Exemplars and stuff. You could read it. You could probably
pierce the mask on Nautilus as he's like, after I say that out loud, and like his like, oh hey, yeah, good out loud comment. Like, is he like stressed or is he like? That's what I'm curious. Like, is he stressed or is he just like confused?
Give me a pierce the mask. I was gonna go a different way with this, but I like this better. I always like it better when it's the player's ideas.
It's like, I can also dark vision.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always stealing ideas from everybody else.
It's like, I can always dark vision though. That's always a fun one.
Yeah, you can always dark vision, but if you want to do pierce the mask, I mean that's a fun thing, especially since you're.
I'm gonna. I really kind of want to dark visions because I keep forgetting to
like pierce the mask for free. So
it's not for free. Just so we're clear, it is not at all for free.
His mundane is so bad.
It is. I'm gonna dark visions this.
I would rather dark vision because I can't people.
Right.
Basically, like, yeah. So I'm gonna dark visions because I don't. Words hard.
Words are hard. Dark visions.
Okay, so I marked my Doom track for that.
Oh, sweet mother of pearl. Okay, so Dark Visions is the frightening loved ones talking about at the end of Dark Visions. Mark your Doom track to have a vision about the situation at hand. After the vision, ask the GM a question. They will answer. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have a question that has nothing to do with this. This is just curious.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had a player use Dark Visions this many times to gain all of them? Because I've only used Infinite Powers once. Every other Doom track I've gotten, except for like 2 from like not fighting, have been from Dark Visions.
The first Doom that I had on a group, he got most of his Doom track advancements by either not pursuing it that time or by pushing himself. That was how pushing his powers was because his things were like nanites that were running off of his body. So it was very much a push yourself, overextend like the Flash and the Speed Force kind of a thing.
That makes sense.
He had Dark Visions. It was the first thing he had. He used it exactly one time, rolled a 3, and was put in a coma for a session.
Oh my god!
And decided not to do that anymore. I don't know. He didn't roll a 3. I can't remember what it was that I did with him.
Did he take a powerful blow?
He took his nanites and stuff and put them into the computer system for the video surveillance for his base and his base was a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
His nemesis had been working for his company in the warehouse for the last month and had pre-programmed a visual meme into the video footage that shut him down when he reviewed all the footage of her in order.
Jesus. Okay.
It was fun. Anyway,
I'm using this a lot.
So yeah, you use Dark Visions a whole bunch, and way more than I've seen other people use it. That's totally fine. I think it's awesome. I love that people are doing it differently. Okay, so Dark Visions, Mark, you do vision of what's going on. Vision of what's going on. So you do. So here's this kind of a zoomy kind of a look thing. So you kind of like you start to say something, you're just like, wait a second, and you kind of squint at him, and it goes from him and kind of to his ear to Oya to Streak saying, okay, we got to get, and you replaying that bit of like a zoom in, close in on their mouth saying, we need to get them up. We have a problem with, we got to get the kids off the platform. We got a problem with Sigrun and Blackbird. And then we zoom out and away and across the skyline of the city out, and we see Blackbird like in full on flight mode and like, but kind of like there's like a smoke trail. Sigrun comes like in one of the cool thing that the planes will do where they kind of do a barrel roll like from the left side to the right side of the plane that they're riding wingman on.
Right.
Aerial roll.
Yeah, like an aerial, like a barrel roll, but over top, like in just on both sides. So Sigrun's kind of doing that and doing something with a shield and a sword and blocking some stuff. There's blast coming in. Blackbird gets hit, and it's kind of like curses about something like that. The suit's kind of smoking a little bit, and we pull out just a little bit. They are fucking surround. It looks like with the smaller birds will go after the prey birds and just swarm them to drive them away, kind of a thing. That, but flying monkeys.
Okay.
Damn it!
I know it's gonna be fucking monkeys.
I have a very specific thing I want to do right now that I've noticed that.
Okay. Yes.
Because that answers the question that I was gonna have is what's attacking them.
Yeah. Okay.
So cool. Great. Awesome. I'm gonna burn.
Okay.
And I am going to reality shift or reality warp. That's the goal. To summon equally sized flying crabs to fight the monkeys off of them.
Okay.
Don't you need to roll your burn first?
Yeah.
Yes,
you got to roll your burn. Stop. Wait.
That's the goal.
We're gonna stop on they're being attacked by flying monkeys, and everything happens next session with the flying monkeys.
For every season, burn.
Okay. So, once we stop streaming, let me know because there's something I need to talk to you guys about.
Do you? Well, yeah, we're gonna see them, and then we'll figure out what you say to everybody else and all that kind of stuff next session, and we will. I don't know if Will's still on, but if Will's still on, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That was awesome. And I am going to stop this stream over here and that one. And I want to stop this stream. Thank you all. That was session, 7?
7, I believe.
real quick,
Wow.
Yeah.
real
That was
quick,
fun.
actually super quick. Starting with Andrew. Closer to the team, further away from the team, or more into your image of yourself? I want to get this on.
More into my image of myself, I
Okay,
think.
so that's shift the label up, shift the label down.
Okay.
Mitzi.
Or
Clarity.
closer to the team?
Okay. Whom?
I think it was Silas. I think they had a reconnecting moment.
Okay. So birthright, you get influence.
For sure.
Birthright is
And
life.
it's the same thing for me, close to the team, and I think mine was with Mitzi.
Cool. Mitzi already got influence, so you can shift Silas's labels. Both of you take potential. Only Mitzi shifts Silas's labels because Silas, you didn't have influence yet, so you get it back, but nothing else happens, but you get your influence back.
Oh, and if I took potential, then I have advanced again.
Sweet. All right.
I'll figure that out.
No, I love when a Nova gets more powerful. There's no downside there
Oh.
for me. And Perry.
I feel like I'm closer to the team, but it's because of Vigil. Is that a thing?
Yes. Give influence to Vigil, which Vigil already did.
Yep.
Which Vigil already has technically. Let me wait. Or where are you?
And Vigil also already shifted his labels.
I
so
know,
do we
but
wanna
yeah, it
give
can
him-
happen for two different things.
I mean, it was a hell of an impact.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just more for me gaining a further understanding of the rules.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. So yeah, it took the actual move to do it, but in this case, giving influence to somebody who already has influence.
I mean, so what are my options here? They shift labels again, or I.
I'll shift the labels. You
Okay.
take potential. I'm fine with. We've used NPCs for this kind of stuff before.
Yep. That's a 5 for me.
All right, so there's two people dinging.
And Sean, I'm gonna move Freak up and Mundane down because he had a +2 Mundane. What?
Okay.
Like,
Well, somebody's gotta.
do you want me to touch it, or do you want to do it, or do you want to do your own?
I can do it. So you want Freak up and Mundane down?
Yes, please.
Frank, I am moving
right.
your danger down yet again, but in this case, I'm going to raise up your superior because you need to start caring more and start thinking more because she's tired of bleeding for your not thinkingness.
I love everything about that.
Okay, so there's your
And
shift.
I feel like Perry is very much a support character, so having danger at -2 is like I'm on a meta level. I'm cool with that because my thing is get her, Ray. You know.
You can actually do. I mean, what I love about this game is you get into a fight. You can be just as action leapy, punchy as everybody else, but if it's about defending other people, it doesn't matter if your danger's low because you're not using it for that. It's all good.
Right on, right on.
All right. So with that, now we're going to stop streaming. And thank you all again because you're all awesome.
Thank you.
So
This was a lot of fun.
yeah, I'm just going to stop streaming so we can get back to what Andrew needed to cover.